The moment you bite into a Mason's Famous Lobster roll, nothing is the same. Suddenly, it's 5 a.m., and you're boarding a lobster boat in Maine, heading out to check your traps, keeping only the best, just like it's been done for nearly a century. Because you can't taste lobster this good without it changing you for good. Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls, from the waters of Maine.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnik, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models, or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at nimnikbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnik, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnik Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnik has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnik. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnik GMC. We are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Right now, you can get a free Connecticut reverse osmosis system with the purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life.
The moment you bite into a Mason's Famous Lobster roll, nothing is the same. Suddenly, it's 5 a.m., and you're boarding a lobster boat in Maine, heading out to check your traps, keeping only the best, just like it's been done for nearly a century. Because you can't taste lobster this good without it changing you for good. Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls, from the waters of Maine.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnik, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models, or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at nimnikbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnik, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnik Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnik has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnik. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnik GMC. We are professional grade.
Putting your needs first.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print?
We'll get back to that commercial for the 14th time here in a little bit. Hey, welcome in. Hey, by the way, look at Everbank Stadium right now as they get ready for September 7th. We welcome you in on a Monday. And Louis fumbled at the 11-yard line. What do you want me to tell you? I don't know if you can tell. We had the shot yesterday, but boy, oh boy, did it rain yesterday somewhere in Jacksonville right near the stadium because thing was like flooded. Apparently down near my house, so we didn't get much. But we had a shot of that about 12:15 yesterday, and it was just like underwater, basically. Obviously, it wouldn't have been. They would have had tarp on and all that.
It would have been fine,
game day, but good thing that was in New Orleans instead of Jacksonville.
No, who you telling, man? I'm sure like Monster Jam was probably licking their chops. Like, hey, let's get one more extra event at Jacksonville with all that mud and everything. It would have been good, but
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm sure they put the tarps over and everything, so the field seems to be in still immaculate condition given all the rain and everything.
Yeah, it'll be good. It's just wow because even when we came home yesterday from New Orleans, you could see around the stadium some of the parks and some of the fields, like not right there in the complex, were still underwater. But the Shrimp got a game in, and they won, by the way, in a walk-off fashion. So a nice win for those guys.
It's kind of wild seeing the overhead view of this because you don't really realize like how much construction's going on. Like, if you're walking to the stadium, if you're walking to the Mill Electric Center, like you don't really notice. Like, yeah, you see like, construction equipment, but you don't really know the extent until you see the overhead shot like this.
Well, look, I'm going to give you one more thing on this shot before we welcome you to the show. You see the out there, the front and where the black, siding is? You can kind of see that path where the dirt is, the black, where the fence. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Right out here, main gate.
Okay, yeah,
right?
yeah, got
you. See the black pathway?
Sure, yep.
Well, they cleaned that up. It's amazing when you put, like we went in for the scrimmage, they didn't have that, why am I missing the word that you would use right there to cover up the fence, but they didn't have it. Like a windscreen, I guess would be the best way to say it. Like in the outfield, they have a windscreen a lot on a fence. And so that black that you see, if you're following me, is a windscreen on the fence. Well, they didn't have that. You could just see through to the construction. It's amazing what putting up a windscreen dresses it up so nicely.
It
looked way better after the scrimmage than like during the scrimmage.
Okay,
is my point. And they've just had to create little alleyways, to maneuver around some of the construction. And it is what it is. Get ready for it on September 7th. All right. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good Monday start. Better than our first 6 minutes. And hope you had a good weekend. The Jags end in a tie. And Joe, not Joe, but just for the younger crowd, if you hear a lot of the older people, because I've heard it now a couple of times, saying a tie is like kissing your sister, it's an old saying. You've never heard that?
Not really.
See? Well, you don't have to be old, I guess. It's an old saying. I want to say
you're older than I am, so let's relax.
I am. But I want to say it's from Pete Rose. I would say it's a baseball.
A tie is like kissing your sister.
Yeah, it's a famous baseball quote.
All right.
AI says it's a saying used to describe a tie game.
What? I've never heard this.
Oh yeah, to be honest with you, it's pretty. Again,
Kim.
No, but you guys.
No, I'm
tell your sports fandom.
Okay, well, Kim's versed in sports. She knows baseball.
If you haven't heard of it, I don't think Kim's heard of it. Kim, have you heard of it?
I'm looking it up. I haven't heard of it.
Okay. The saying has been used in sports commentary since at least the 1940s to describe the feeling of unsatisfying results from a tie game.
Brent was in high school back then. So wait, did you say this on a
I
broadcast?
Did not say it.
Okay.
But I heard.
Okay.
I think Bucky Brooks might have said it in the broadcast, and then I heard Hamby was telling me Hicks said it last night, and he was like, the whole newsroom was like, "What is he talking about?"
Yeah.
But again, I feel like you've heard it more in baseball terminology. For some reason, I feel like somebody in baseball said it or brought it back to life. Whenever, like a George Brett or someone I'm reading had said that too.
It's saying the first documented use was Navy coach Eddie.
Somebody.
Ertz.
Yeah. So the Navy coach used it.
Yeah.
Okay.
1953.
But I just think there are so many people that wouldn't get that.
No, without a doubt.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And so there you go.
Yeah.
I thought you would have heard of it from a baseball, just
Kissing
watching
your sister?
Brewers and stuff.
It's like kissing. Yeah, but they don't tie in baseball, Brent.
Well, yeah, that's true. Not anymore. Well, no, they don't. Not anymore.
Yeah.
They did, I guess, like in the All-Star game.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's
maybe in
where
Milwaukee.
it was. Didn't they tie in one of the baseball in the
In
All-Star
Milwaukee.
games? Yeah, and I think maybe that's where it kind of came about again.
Okay.
But if you go I just remember looking. I have this old quote book, and those famous baseball quotes, and I know it was in there.
Okay.
So that was. But I wonder how many people really think of it like that. But we got if you're older than 50, you've guaranteed heard it.
Sure.
And the older than 50 guys are saying it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, hey, older than 50 guys, be careful what you're saying.
Yeah, man.
Because the other folks are not interpreting it the same way.
There's different ways to voice your distaste, I guess. There's literally a million other ways that won't get you kind of, I feel like, looked at like a creeper, but all right. All good.
Yeah. That's just so funny. I thought of it immediately, actually, on the sideline when they said it. I'm like, this might not play well to the crowd. I'm not sure.
Did you get any emails?
No, I didn't.
All right, we're good then.
Well, because the people that would send the emails have heard it.
Oh, yeah, the olds.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like those are the ones that would send the email.
The olds.
Right? There's not like a 28-year-old kid.
Yeah,
He'd be
yeah.
on Twitter saying, like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
Right, kid. Young guy. But, I don't think those are the people sending the email.
Yeah, olds want to get on everybody about, rap music and the lyrics and everything. Let's talk about kissing your sister, right? See, we all have something to be ashamed of, I guess.
It just doesn't work anymore. It doesn't feel like it.
I can't believe it ever worked in the beginning, but hey, more power to
It's
you.
a different time.
Yeah.
Well, do you care about the tie?
No. No, I mean, honestly, if it was the NFL, I would have made it where you have a chance to go for 3 points if you put it on the 10 or like the 15 or I guess probably the 12 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of tying, you can go for the win and put it on the 10 or something.
Yeah.
That's good way to go.
Those.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I don't care about the tie. I mean, it's preseason.
You don't care how the game ended. I guess that's what I'm getting more.
I care about how the game started more than the game ended.
Yeah, it's it's really a funny dynamic, isn't it? That you just don't hear, you just don't care like that as much. You kind of understand the end. You're like, a little disappointed. That kind of sucked. I wanted to see Cam Little kick.
Sure.
But at the same time, you're not stewing over it. It's just funny how different it is than obviously a regular season game. But even like you said at the beginning, when the 3s and 4s are playing versus the 1s, it's just two different football games. And you love to see some good stuff, but you just really, it doesn't bother your emotions even.
No, and I get that. I'm sure there's probably some fans' distaste of the game management.
Yeah,
that people may have had a problem with to not set up Cam Little for that game winner. But overall, in a couple weeks, we're not even going to remember this.
Absolutely,
right, of how that game ended. So, and if you want to knock Liam Cohen for the game managing thing, I think he would have managed that game differently if the starters were in, right? I think any NFL coach is going to manage the game differently in the preseason with the 2s and 3s in, as opposed to your starters regular season game on the line.
I think you're totally right there. See, I said this, and I don't want to listen. Maybe it wasn't the greatest call, right? But there are two things that run through my head on this at the end, and this is probably about the length we'll talk about it. I think we have to be a little careful just because this kid kicked a 70-yarder to say a 58-yarder is easy.
Yeah.
You still want to get 10 more yards and make it a 48-yarder, right? I mean, a 58-yarder is not an easy kick. I don't care what anybody says. So why wouldn't you try? Now, could you have run play, draw play, a little something safer? Absolutely. But I think to your point, I think you also want to see what does Hennigan have here, right? You're actually evaluating a guy like Hennigan in that spot. Wouldn't you say more than Cam Little? Yeah,
you're definitely evaluating Hennigan more, but at the same time, could you just go, all right, Cam, let's show once again when the game's on the line, because you can't put your kicker in those situations. I feel in practice, right? If you want to say, okay, Cam, you gotta make this 50-something yarder, or else we have to do gas balls at the end, right? Or we have to do suicides. You could kind of emulate that pressure, but you probably had more pressure in the preseason game, even, when there's nobody there in New Orleans, as opposed to what you're seeing at practice. So, once again, maybe you want to get a feel for your backup quarterback, see what he was made of. Do we expect him to be in during the regular season? Absolutely not. So I'm not sure what more you can really see, though.
I'm going to tell you something, okay? I'm going to describe something to you on the sideline that I don't think I've felt in 17 years covering the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What do you got?
And this is real. This is a real feel that I don't know if you get this coming off the TV. I don't know if I would normally feel this even if I was up in the press box. But the anticipation that kind of built when they tied the game for where's this ball going to be spotted with 21 seconds to go? Can they get one play? That's by the heck of a play from Hennigan to the tight end. Heck of a catch. Good throw. And when they get him on that other side, it's like, this is like automatic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, Austin, if I've ever felt the confidence and like the positive vibe around this franchise for a player like I did for Cam Little. Like, to get him close or, oh boy, now that you did that, like the anticipation was like, hey, this game's over.
I'll say this, though. When Scobie kicked the game winner against Indy, like we knew what was up.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm not saying nobody's felt the play. I'm just saying I haven't.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. On the sidelines, though.
Yeah, on that sideline. But yeah, you guys had confidence in Scobie that he could do that.
But and I forgot like how long, like 50, what was it? 50-something. When he had the game winner, I think that was 2010. Whatever it was. But like, it was, when the game was on the line, we were like, oh, dude, he's got, like we were.
You were that confident.
Oh, we were so like, yeah. We were all good ready to celebrate.
As I was saying this, I actually thought of Scobie, right? Like, and by the way, Lambeau had a great year too, where you felt really good about him.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, it was more like the build of anticipation. Like, I was starting, like, where's Little? I saw Cam Little, I think at the end of the half, he did like a thumbs up, like when they got even close to the range, like, hey, I'm good.
Yeah.
It was, and then he ended up kicking a 52 or something, right? 53. And, but I just felt like that. I was like, wow, like that is a pretty cool confidence to have in a guy. Like they've got that kind of confidence right now. I think they had that anyway, but I think that 70-yarder kind of elevated a little bit. Like almost we can't wait to watch Cam kick. How far is he going to do it this time? It's a nice thing to have in Jacksonville.
No, it's a great thing to have. And he's been money this preseason. So, yeah, I mean, you expect to be in some close games this year because it is the NFL, right? And there's going to be close games. And right now, Cam Little, or Cam Big as I call him, is definitely a weapon.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought that was an interesting deal for me. I was like, wow, you can really feel it. You can now hopefully you get that opportunity. And he delivers in the regular season. All right, let's go back to the beginning because the beginning is kind of where it's at.
Yep.
I mean, are we all on the same page? Okay, you can't fumble, but look pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, so I thought it was a great first drive, especially after the drop ball by Brian Thomas, where we've seen that before, and in the past, we've seen it snowball. Like this is what I use the preseason for: is does it look different than what we're accustomed to? And when we talk about that opening drive, right? They were moving down the field. Oh no, Brian Thomas drop. Okay, we've seen this before. Then what happens? It snowballs. Here comes the penalty next. Here comes the overthrow next. Here comes the quarterback sack next. Like we're all have these preconceived notions now of how it's going to go. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, okay, well, here's the drop ball. Now what's next? And lo and behold, Trevor Lawrence steps up, hits Brenton Strange, and all of a sudden it's a first down. And they keep driving. I'm like, okay, like this is different. This feels new. This feels exciting, right? And then you get down towards the red zone and everything, getting ready to put in the end zone, and then, obviously the unfortunate trip, which is more of the old than I feel like of the new, but the unfortunate trip to fumble. Obviously, it wasn't a good look there, but I like how they responded then after that, turnover, and they were able to go on the field again and score.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. Listen, we were all watching the game. I thought there were there's a lot here, but I thought was very interesting. If you take a look at the entire first half, they threw it at 86% completion rate. It was like 85.7 or something. Like even when Nick Mullins got in the game, they were dealing and just kind of playing pitch and catch. Yep. And outside of the one drop. I thought that was just like, that was a great thing for their offense from a rhythm. I thought it was a great thing for Liam Cohen. It sounds like he got into like a nice rhythm too. As a play call, I'm sure you can do that. So I thought all those things were good and the easy stuff was there. And then a couple of nice plays. I mean, boy, the Hunter Long play, even with Nick Mullins, terrific catch. But going back to that first team, I thought really the underrated play was maybe the throw to the back of the end zone to Brian Thomas Jr. that's incomplete. because that's the play to me that you're trying, hey, don't force it, right? We've had some of that with Trevor in the past. While you can say he was trying to make a play on the fumble because, hey, just eat it, which everybody wants to say.
Yeah.
I have a thought on that in a moment. But also the throw out the back of the end zone actually gave him a slight chance to catch it, but still on the safe side.
Yep.
I think that's the good play. Like more of those kind of plays, especially in that area, I think are pretty good. And then the run game, the offensive line, I mean, just everything looked good. It was a pretty dominant performance. But, man, Trevor's throwing the football well. I don't know. It looks fast. It looks decisive. He looks confident. Those are things that we've been saying for a couple of weeks now.
Yep.
Just looks slow to him, even though it's a new offense, Austin. And then I think just what you notice when you see that stuff is just how well he zips the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that thing is humming coming out of his hand right now.
Yeah, I mean, he seems confident. He seems locked in. I thought he, set aside from that turnover, I thought it was a great day for Trevor Lawrence, and I don't think we really need to see him anymore in preseason game number 3, right? I think he showed us all that you need to show. 8 for 10, 76 yards and a touchdown, right? To take away that fumble, and it's almost a perfect game. So, I thought he showed a lot. Set aside from that drop from Brian Thomas Jr., I thought, Parker Washington obviously had a really big day, and let's give this offensive line a lot of credit. Another preseason game, another go-around with no sacks to Trevor Lawrence. I think that speaks volumes. And I was a little hesitant, man. I was a little nervous because when they announced who was going to be out and Anton Harrison was going to be out, right? And then I'm like, okay, well, now you're starting to flirt with not having all your starting people in there on the offensive line. How is that going to affect Trevor Lawrence, right? Is there a risk of maybe a little more of an injury right now because of that? Well, it was the exact opposite. I mean, I saw an offensive line that was dominating the trenches, that was pushing people back, and that's what I love to see, right? Because in the past, once again, this is what I base it off of. Like, what did it look like in the past? What does it look like now? And I understand that you weren't going against the ones-on-ones, and I really don't care at this point, right? It's preseason. They take it probably you want. But I like the finishes of the offensive linemen for the Jaguars in that first couple series where, pancake blocks were at a premium, it seemed like. Even the dude that we just brought in, he got pancaked once pretty hard. And that was great to see because in the past we've seen this offensive line be a little porous. We've seen running backs have to make moves in the backfield to try to even gain like 1 or 2 yards here or there. It's nice when it's like whatever 3rd and 3 or whatever it was, and you just have Travis Etienne running straight downhill for 8-9 yards a pop. Like that was refreshing to see, and that's how it should look like, right? Where we want to get on people and say, okay, well, they didn't see the hole there, they didn't cut outside when they should have, and everything, and that's fine. Like not every running back's got like that Le'Veon Bell in his prime vision, but when you have holes opening up there like 2 or 3 yards. It's pretty easy to be a running back, right? And then that's what I think you saw yesterday.
Yeah, I think you're right. I want to get into the running backs. I'm going to save that for a couple more moments. You mentioned a name when you were talking about that 3rd down and the throw and the kind of the safety valve of Brenton Strange. Like I saw that a couple of times on that drive in this first half and this small sample. And I tell you what, man, I feel like he's going to have a really nice year. Doesn't he look? That, to me, was one of the underrated things. I think people are going to look at Brian Thomas Jr. We know Travis Hunter, De'Ami Brown didn't play, so those guys are going to get a lot of attention. Brenton Strange feels like he's just dialed in the same way. It's like every rep that he does seems like it's done well. Kind of like Parker Washington. I feel like those two guys right now, and now they're veteran guys, few years in the league, and I feel like they can really help this football team on the whole raise the floor level of things, right? Especially Parker. I mean, you go down that 4th receiver, you have somebody banged up, and now you come in and you can still deliver. So I think Brenton Strange really stuck out to me on those plays because to me, he's reliable. He's trying to replace a guy that was super reliable for Trevor.
Sure.
Right? But it doesn't always have to be forced because what happened with Ingram a lot of times is it's a mismatch. So you're trying to actually force it in there because you've got an advantage. And play for it. I don't think this will be that way for Strange. I'm sure you'll have some design stuff. But he's going to become that safety valve, much like a back out of the backfield would, which means I think he could get a ton of catches if that offensive line does protect and you can dump it off to him.
Of course. I mean, they always say like when the pocket breaks down, the quarterback's best friends are either a receiving running back or a tight end, and Brenton Strange can definitely be that tight end, especially I feel like now in an offense where he's not going to be the focal point of defensive coordinators, right? That's going to be reserved for Brian Thomas Jr. And obviously, like Travis Hunter, you're going to have to game plan for him just because where they drafted him, you got the game plan for him, regardless. And then you're going to have we'll see a 3-headed monster, a 4-headed monster in the backfield as well. So, like, Brenton Strange is, and this, with all due respect, is almost an afterthought, I feel like, if you're a defensive coordinator game planning. And, yes, that's where that safety valve is going to come in because with Evan Ingram, and now you see it in Denver, what he's doing, dude looks fast, looks good. But, you know, with Ingram, you had a game plan for because you knew he was capable of. With Brenton Strange, I think, you know, he was coming on towards the end of the season. But as far as the guy that you think is going to take over, he hasn't reached that level yet, and that's great, right? Go under the radar a little bit, and then let Liam Cohen get you the ball if he has to.
I'm going to give you a thought on the fumble. You're in the camp of, like, hey, that can't happen. He's got to eat it, I'm assuming. Yeah. I feel like, to me, I watched that back a couple of times because when I'm on the sideline, I can't really see all the replays and everything else. And, you know, first of all, I think it's one of those weird plays. I think it just doesn't happen a lot, so it's like easy to forget about it.
Of course.
Obviously, what everybody will say, and I'm not saying everybody's wrong, that you can eat that ball, fall on it, live another day. What I also believe I can see in my mind are guys like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and others trying to do the same thing on that play. Like, I don't think they eat it on that play. I mean, to be honest with you, if you go back, Trevor put it in his belly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he actually put it in his belly. It's not like he had to throw it to him or something, right? I mean, he put it in his belly, and then there's traffic and all these other – I'm not even blaming Tank for it. I'd probably blame Trevor more for the decision-making.
Yeah.
But I just think a little bit of it's like, hey, wait a minute. Where's the line of trying to make a play and not making a play? That's an easy one in hindsight. Like, if he and Tank does catch it, nobody's giving him a hard time about it. It's like, hey, nice job to get it there, right? It's one of those plays.
No, for sure. Like, I mean, I don't expect Trevor to go, okay, I'm going down, I'm not going to hand the ball. I mean, that's instinct. Like, we can sit here and say, oh, yeah, I would have did this, but, like, if you're in the moment, you know, and you're falling backwards, like, you're still going to try to make that.
Yeah.
It's just the timing was completely off, right? Obviously, he handed the ball off with the wrong arm. I think Tank was a little confused, but it's just – it was a sloppy play that can happen. Simple as that.
Yeah, it can't happen, and you don't want it to happen. I just do think, like, we're going to the expectation is perfection. I get it. I just feel that when I put it in the context of, all right, is that a Trevor bad decision? Is that him forcing it? I just feel like almost every quarterback would have tried to in that moment hand it off.
Yeah.
I just wonder which ones are not. Like, that's what comes to my mind.
Yeah.
Which quarterbacks are not trying to hand it off in that moment? And quite frankly, if you look back at it, I think he kind of did hand it off.
Yeah.
But again, traffic, a lot of other things going on, and I'm not. Well, it's just a goofy play. It reminds me of the play. Remember when Trevor was running? I think it was against Cleveland. Remember when he just had the ball like slip out of his hands a couple of years ago? It just reminded me a little bit of that. It's like, okay, well, that's not going to happen often. Like, that's just a fluky, goofy, bad play. Which you hopefully can try to eliminate and get a little fortuitous too, where those things don't go your way.
Yeah, and that was kind of the frustrating part for me about that play because, you know, we heard all week, like, we're going back to the basics, right? We're going back to the fundamentals and everything. And to essentially have your guard step on, well, the guard, who was 76, Everett Cleveland, he stepped on Trevor's foot, Yeah, so to have that, and it's not like, you know, it was a new guy. Like, I mean, he's been playing that spot the entire preseason. So, like, I mean, it was frustrating to me because I'm like, okay, well, you guys are preaching the basics and everything, and to have that happen with your guard stepping on your quarterback's toe and then they follow, it's just, it can't happen. It can't happen. It's bad football, but obviously, hopefully it gets cleaned up. We never have to see that again. I'd rather have it happen in the preseason than against Carolina, I'll tell you that much.
Once in a while, like, we got Trevor on the sideline yesterday, and once in a while I'll have a couple of seconds to talk to him before or after, and I really didn't have it, but I wanted to ask him because I saw him in Ezra Cleveland after they got out of the game, like we're talking maybe second quarter, work kind of going over something on that play, and it made me kind of wonder if, you know how everybody's talked about his footwork lined up, left foot forward or right foot forward or whatever it is, I wondered if that was kind of a product of it. Because if he used to have his right foot forward, you'd never even come that step on him, but maybe his left foot was forward. Is that one of the changes? And I mean, I got to get to the bottom of it. I don't know, but I wondered if that's what they were even working on. I will give you one little, just a little sideline note that I thought was little bit more the last couple of weeks than I remember seeing in the past. And this, like, Hainsey and Trevor spent a lot of time together when he came out of the game, even when they weren't dressed, like second half, like almost walking together as the play calls are coming in and kind of repping them together. And I don't want to, like, over-dramatize. I'm just saying I think that's kind of the attention to detail right now in this offense of probably a cue from Cohen and everybody else. Like, hey, you guys do this like you're – like, take the mental reps, like, for real, not just hear it. But if you have a question for Hainsey, and they were literally talking, I have no idea what they were saying, but they were literally talking in those moments while Nick Mullins is in the game or somebody else is in the game. So there's a lot of attention to detail on that stuff. And that was one of my big takeaways, Austin. If you're going to practice the way that the Jaguars did last week, you're going to go rep it 40 times or whatever. You're going to have a good padded practice, which Liam Cohen called the best practice of camp on Tuesday. Then you go into scrimmage, and it's going to be sloppy, but it's a unique setting. But all the attention to the detail on these moments, and then you come out, you have no penalties. And then you play pretty well with that first team, and you look like you're on point in those details. I really think that's a big win for the coaching staff and probably the players too. Like you've been in the trenches like that before. I know you rep stuff when you don't do it well, you put emphasis on it, whether it's turnovers or something else you want to do. But to have the response the way it was when you put that kind of attention on it during the week, I feel like it's kind of a big win for Liam Cohen and this coaching staff to get that kind of response out of these guys when the lights were bright.
Well, you have to, right? I mean, this team was challenged, right? They had to slow things down because of what you showed against the Steelers, and rightfully so, right? Because, there was fundamental breakdowns on both sides of the ball, and that was addressed. And I think the coaches, in terms of that scrimmage, everything, it was almost like a challenge to the players to be like, all right, we're going to make you feel a little uncomfortable now for training camp, and let's see how you guys respond when you play Sunday. And I thought the team answered the bell. I thought the team responded, in flying colors, at least, for the first half and everything with the starters, and they showed what they needed to show. So I think it's great on Liam Cohen. I think it gives Liam Cohen confidence now because, once again, you go from the preseason game number 1 against the Steelers where guys maybe weren't lined up properly, guys were going like this on defense and on offense, in terms of pounding the rock was here or there. You saw dominance. Yeah. And I once again, I don't care who was against on the Saints. It was the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, the 5s, the 6s. Like, you got your work in, and that's all you need to know. So I thought it was a great job to respond to the call from this Jaguars team on offense and defense.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I only can give you my observations. One observation that crossed my mind, there's a bunch of smiling going on after some good plays, right? The touchdown drive and things like that, whether it's Udinsky and Cohen came over and really, high-fiving some guys and stuff. I think it was important for this football team to come back from that fumble, to go have another drive, to have the execution they had specifically on offense. I say this a lot. You can only take so much negativity as a player and an athlete and continue to stay as confident as you want to be. And not to say that one fumble in the preseason after that drive was going to knock them back into the last couple of years. But the bottom line is this team has been filled with scar tissue of not so great. The quarterback, the leader of your football team, has been filled with a lot of that. You need to be able to exhale at times. You need to be able to, not everything's got to turn out roses and be okay with it. But to do that, you need to build equity. And so 14 for 17 in the preseason, 8 of 10 yesterday, a touchdown drive to finish it off. What that does, I think, internally is allows you to take a breath, build equity, have confidence, and then build that toward maybe a little bit of swagger and belief into what this new regime is doing. And the more you can pile that up, the better. So listen, it's a preseason game that doesn't count, but seeing guys kind of loose, respond, smile a bit about some stuff rather than what we have normally seen, kind of like this. And by the way, that's going to change when the regular season starts, okay? There's a totally different feel in the regular season.
Of course.
In fact, a lot of buildings get very tight. We'll see if this one can avoid it. But I just feel like those things are important from an athlete perspective, and that's just human nature kind of stuff. And right now, like you said, he looks confident, specifically Trevor, and almost at ease. Maybe for the first time in a couple of years.
Yeah, Trevor looks at ease, and I think the biggest takeaway from the game is that this team is responding to the coaching.
Yeah.
I think in the past, when you ran into some problems, when you ran into some adversity, there wasn't really any answers. You just try to do different things, but it was to no avail. They changed it up, I think, at practice a little bit, go back to the fundamentals, and have a scrimmage. And I'm gonna be honest, like if I was on the team and we had to go like a full scrimmage and guys got a little nicked up and everything, I probably would have been a little pissed off about it, right? I'm already at training camp. I'm tired. It's hot. It's Jacksonville, and then to have to go through that full scrimmage, like I probably would have felt a certain type of way about it. But it's refreshing to see that it seems to be, at least in the preseason, the coaching is getting through.
Yeah, I think you're right. I put this on Twitter just a short time ago. I was like, I think the biggest winner yesterday was Liam Cohen.
Yep.
For a lot of those reasons. A trade goes down. Let's take a timeout. We come back. The trade, what do you make of it? What does it mean for their defensive tackle position and group? Also, you mentioned the running backs, and let's get back to it because I thought every guy did well.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? I mean, can you play all 4 running backs? And then what about the defense? Hines Allen didn't really like the fact that I said the defense played okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like,
oh, yeah.
They're a little better than okay.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Plus, the Jags even fighting and winning on the concourse.
Man.
I mean, heck, what a day.
Yeah.
It's the best tie ever. It's like kissing your sister.
Let's not ever say that again, man. I don't want to be associated with that.
Most of us know how to throw.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jags 24/7 network.
I'm not talking about football, baseball, softball. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jax 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why gutter helmet?
Well, gutter helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With gutter helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With gutter helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Well, it's your Monday morning quarterback report each and every Monday during the football season, sponsored by Hyundai. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. And, of course, we'll have the trade for Luke Fortner going to New Orleans. Jags get a defensive tackle. What does it mean for the position? And I think a lot of people are going to like this trade, even if it's just for the Fortner part of it. But really, what does it mean for everybody else? That will be the story coming up in just a couple moments. Plus the running backs, I think, we've been fascinated with the running backs the entire camp. And I don't think my fascination has dwindled at all. I think it's only peaked a little bit more off a good day for the offensive line, really, and for the running backs. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Kim's Corner in today. Thanks for hanging out with us. Always fun to break down a Sunday game. The Jaguars, for the most part, look pretty good. I think there's some excitement about what they looked like on Sunday and that first team on offense and defense, but a lot of attention, of course, on offense. But we're going to take a look, actually, at a defensive play. I thought you were just trying to encourage me to go to my dark screen instead of my light screen based off last week's conversation. There.
Oh, yeah, man. You gotta have that dark screen, man. To take it easy your eyes
I didn't
a little
know
bit.
that was a thing.
Come on, Brent.
No, I didn't know that was a thing that would catch your attention.
Oh, you mean like when we did the bets and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was noticeable because, it was.
So do you think most people go dark screen?
That's a great question. I honestly don't know. I'd probably say it's about a coin flip.
Yeah.
Like Camby does. We saw, I think.
He does. You guys do.
Casey did. Kim, dark screen or light screen?
Dark screen.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's a common thing.
Yeah.
Is it genuinely supposed to help your eyes or do something for your eyes?
I just like a bet. I don't know.
Oh, you just like it better.
Yeah. But I mean, if you want to help your eyes, then turn the what do they call it? The nighttime or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I have my nighttime on at all times. I don't ever have it off. Even on my computer, I don't use blue light. So
okay.
It's supposed to be good for your eyes.
All right. There we go.
There you go.
Hamby's
burner, dark screen.
I'm interested why you want to take a look at this play.
Yeah, so before I cue to this play, probably the most, it's crazy I'm about to say this, because I don't enjoy starting anything, and maybe this is nothing at all. But the biggest concern that I saw yesterday happened with one of the biggest highlights. So I don't really feel good breaking it down, but I think it warrants to be talked about because I didn't see anybody yesterday talking about this, and I thought it was a little weird. So before I cue to it, what was something that I said, if you remember, Brent, that I was a fan of? It was apparent when I went to training camp, this really stood out to me about the team that I thought was a great thing.
Usually, I think we brought up this whole there's science behind the high-fiving and everything else, and so yeah, people are kind of in it together, right?
Correct.
Whatever that buy-in you want, the chemistry.
You're
seems
celebrating.
good, the culture, right?
Correct.
A lot.
Yeah.
They want the high fives. They want
the high fives. They want the celebrating. If somebody makes a great play, they want hand on a hat or a high five. And like that was apparent whether it was on offense or defense. The entire camp of what I've seen. Now let's fast forward. Well, let's go back to yesterday, I guess. And it's the opening drive for the defense, the Jaguars defense, and. This is a defense that got called out, I think, a little bit from preseason game number 1, right? They kind of got shown up a little bit. So this is your opportunity now. Your first drive to make a statement. Let's see the celebration.
So here's this is one of the first plays of the game, and Dewey reads it well.
Quarterback sack.
Okay.
Now just watch the aftermath of this. High five, and that's it. Nobody came to celebrate with him. Nobody, it's a big play. Dude, quarterback sack, 1st and 10. Your first time out there, let's go.
That's interesting.
I thought it was a little weird, and I think even
Obviously,
Dewey's
Devin Lloyd's pumped up.
Yeah, but Dewey's even kind of where's everybody at?
I was down there for that play, and I was kind of wondering what he was motioning.
Yeah, and once again, and I don't like speaking on behalf of how players are feeling in the moment, but it looks like Dewey's hey, where's everybody at?
Yeah.
Which I thought it was a little weird because it's the opening drive, and I get it's preseason, but
and you made a play,
and we've seen this the entire time in training camp. Why aren't people going crazy?
That's a good call. I didn't know where you were going to go with this.
Yeah.
So I let me take this a step further. By the way, I thought this was a really good play by Wingard. A lot of people say well, he's a free runner. Well, he easily could have gone after the running back, and he didn't bite. And was able to still get around. I thought it was a pretty nice job by Dewey. It looked easier than it was.
No, because if you want me to break it down real quick, so we'll watch it through one more time if we can. Yeah, so he's got running back responsibilities, I believe.
Yeah.
He sees him step up in the pocket. It's going to be a pass, so he reacts to that. Split second, makes the sack. Beautiful play. Beautiful play diagnosis by Dewey. It was a split second, and he made the play. Once again, I'm just wondering, why don't we jump around? Why aren't we celebrating, guys?
So who's on the field here? We got you got your first team guys, right?
Yeah, of course. This is the opening.
Trayvon kind
series.
of bops his head at him, but he's like, "Hey, I'm not chasing you all the way to the end zone."
But okay, and maybe that's the case. But I saw it in practice.
Yeah,
I see it in practice all the time where guys are celebrating over just even a deflected ball I've seen. So I just thought it was a little interesting where it's your opening series, first play, chance to make a statement from last week. And Dewey, once again, don't want to speak on behalf of Dewey, but he's almost wondering, hey, where are we at?
Yeah, that's a good
Especially from a guy who brings the energy, it seems.
I wasn't thinking that in real time. I wasn't thinking that at all. I didn't know where the hell you were going with this. You said, hey, can you get the Dewey play? And I didn't know what you were talking about. But I see what you're saying, because I wondered, too. I'm like, what is he mad at? Almost like he was mad about something. Yeah. And I was like, well, what's anybody supposed to do?
Listen, guys aren't tired. This is the first play of your defensive series.
Or it's not like a 2-minute situation where they don't want to go downfield. So what is this? You're the coach today.
Yeah.
Okay? And you're Campanile, or you're a defensive leader. Mm-hmm. Let's just say you haven't even met with the team. What is your what's your concern? Are you concerned with where's everybody else? Where's their juice? Or is this something I don't want to start something here. I'm just saying, is this more like a Dewey thing? Are they not celebrating with Dewey for a reason?
Listen, and once again, I don't feel the best bringing this up because, once again, it's a great play.
Yeah.
But the reason why I bring it up, Brent, because this isn't what I saw in their identity.
Yeah, yeah.
It's different.
I totally get it.
I don't know. If I'm Coach Campanile, the first thing I'm going is I'm celebrating the diagnosis. I'm celebrating a great athletic play to set the tempo for the defense. And then I'm going to wonder, why aren't we getting a hand in a helmet? Why aren't we celebrating, guys? It's celebrate.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a good thing. So it was just, once again, and there was great energy, I think, throughout the game. And then the first half, I'm not questioning energy. It's just, to me, that play stood out because of everything that I've seen in training camp in terms of energy, in terms of celebrating each other, having each other's backs. I just felt like in that play, when you had every right to celebrate, you didn't really see it.
I think this is a great call. To me, this is totally different than bringing up what we tried to diagnose with the Tank Bigsby tweet. There was so much speculation on what that could be. Mm-hmm. This is less about speculation. This is wait a minute. You're trying to create culture. You're trying to create juice in the building. You're trying to create this Well, show it, right?
Yeah.
So, like, again, from a coaching, I think this is a great coaching opportunity for Campanile. You know that guy brings it. They respect it. They love it. They love the way they're treated, all this stuff, the relationships being built, all of that, right? And that's what everybody's talking about down there, from a player to player. And so what I have in my visualization when you say this, it really hits my ears, is because we go to practice. And when you get a defensive play at practice, if you guys have been out there during the days when it was open, they go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking like over the top crazy sometimes. They get so fired up when they make a play.
Yeah.
That is either a turnover or a sack or something like that. And so if you do take that juxtaposition of practice where you do see them go crazy, first teamers, second teamers, third teamers, all of it. Like, you never really see the offense go crazy at practice. Once in a while, hey, great catch. So there'll be a little hooting and hollering. But they really are yelling and screaming and jumping around on a good play on defense at practice. So for Austen to bring out, like, where is that in the game, I think it's a really valid point, and Campanile can use it.
Now, do you want my three
you got
theories?
Conspiracy theories? Or
I mean, not really
theories?
conspiracy theories, but I'm trying to break, because once again, like, to me, that's odd.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, that's an anomaly.
Okay.
Three things possibly. One, the defense is mad at Trevor for fumbling, and they're frustrated that they had to go back out there. Or they had to go out there to start the game and everything. But like they were frustrated with the offense maybe for not putting in the end zone.
Okay.
That could be a possibility. Two, they knew the trade was going to happen before the game even started. And maybe they felt a certain type of way about it because maybe it means something for Devon Hamilton, the interior defensive line. Like, we'll break the trade down later. But maybe they got word of it before the game, and maybe they felt a certain type of way about that. Or three, for whatever reason, like there's something going on with Dewey and the defense. Or it's nothing, and I'm the boy that cried wolf.
I'm gonna give you a fourth one.
Okay.
Because this one again, and this would be somewhat reasonable because again, I've been down there and I haven't seen them get overly excited. I mentioned the smiles about doing well, but I think a lot of the stuff outside of the Cam Little 70-yard kick in the first two games have not been overly celebrated. It's more business like, hey, this is us getting our work done in the preseason.
Okay.
So we're not going crazy. I mean, listen, like I said, smiles, high fives, but not like, like other than the Cam kick, which is totally a different moment. But I would just add my theory of, hey, this is just, hey, it's the preseason. Great, that got sacked. Let's get back to work. We got to go we're getting our work in, almost too businesslike. But to your point, that's what we don't like about this team coming off last year sometimes, right? We don't want them too businesslike. We don't almost want them too pro. Go celebrate that damn thing. That's what they're trying to encourage.
I mean, I distinctly remember in that, I think it was the first quarter, Bentrell Miller just had, he hit it, the nice hit.
Yeah.
I forgot who the player was, tapped him up on the helmet, and then he ran into the sideline.
Yeah, I think it was Devin Lloyd again, and Lloyd might be the only one celebrating.
Once again, there was more.
No, Lloyd wouldn't have been in the game.
There was more energy in a routine. Well, I don't say routine. It was a great play. It was a good pop, but there was more enthusiasm, I felt like, in that than there was the opening drive on your defense. You get a quarterback sack, you push him back 8 yards, and now it's, pin your ears and let's go.
Yeah.
So,
I don't
know.
Listen, I think it's fair.
It's not a big deal till it is, right? And I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but maybe it will be down the. I don't know.
I think at the how big of a deal is? Wait a minute, is there something here with Dewey and the team?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that either. I don't see it's that. The small part of the deal is coaching moment for Campanile. Be like, dude, what the hell? Celebrate this thing.
Or at least just carry over from practice.
Yeah, we want the juice. No, I think that's a fair point. We're going to sit here and we talk about the juice. We ask about the juice. There's all these different vibes in the building. Like, we want that, the Travis Hunter effect, all these other guys. Well, show it. Mm-hmm. Again, we don't need this football team to be too businesslike.
Correct.
It's at times fine, but it's okay to go a little crazy sometimes.
Of course.
We want to see that.
Because we've been asking for it, and I get it's the preseason, right? So, maybe you're not fully amped up and okay, but at the end of the day, I just feel like you got to carry over that identity from practice to preseason games or regular season games. And I think we've been asking this defense for a long time now, like, do they have that dog in them, right?
Yeah.
Like, where's the enthusiasm? Where's the energy? Well, that's a perfect example to bring some enthusiasm and energy. And I get it. Maybe you're playing, an inferior team who had some of their backups in quarterback. I mean, listen, the quarterback battle right now in the Saints, have fun with that. like I get it. Maybe you didn't feel like they were at their full, notch, so you didn't feel like you had to celebrate and put it in their face. But at the end of the day, if you make a great play, man, celebrate and have your guys around you celebrate as well.
Yeah, it's a good observation. The trade, Khalen Saunders to the Jags, and Luke Fortner should have stayed in New Orleans.
Yeah,
they swap them
and save some money in doing so.
Yeah, very little. Yeah,
like $1 million.
I don't know.
Not
it's
even?
like $500,000, I think.
Okay, I'll take that.
Which I think feels like a bag of chips in the NFL. But
that is a bag of chips in the NFL. Yeah.
It really feels
Michigan scoffs at even college football scoffs at that.
Yeah. So anyway, I think this is what does this mean? What does this mean to you specific? Listen, on the Fortner front, and I know a lot of people in the chat already, they're high on Monheim, Jonah Monheim. He played really well last week.
Yeah.
Looks like he's a pretty good player. Might be a heck of a find out of USC. Might be a feather in the cap of Tony Baselli, who really should be in James Gladstone. But he looks like he's your future center. I don't think he's going to jump in there right away. This is going to be Hainsey's team because of the offense and everything else. But they might have drafted their future center. Maybe. Let's not go crazy here in August on that. But he is playing pretty well. Fortner obviously maligned by the fan base, maybe even more than the organization. I don't think they had – I mean, it's not his guy. And obviously, Liam Cohen had a relationship with Fortner. But the bottom line is he was expendable for them because they've got two centers and probably wasn't going to see a lot of playing time. So what do you make of really less that part of it and the Khalen Saunders part of it coming over at defensive tackle?
So it's interesting, Brent, because, everyone wants to say, well, Eric Armstead, and I don't get that from this trade.
Yeah.
Just because, like, Khalen Saunders, if you watched any film on him, he's predominantly a nose tackle, right? So to me, this speaks a lot more volumes to Jordan Jefferson, who, is a guy I feel like is kind of forgot about sometimes because, of Mason Smith and everything like that. But Jordan Jefferson, who was taken, pretty high in the draft as well, who was maybe like a little bit of a reach, some people want to say. I think it speaks volumes on him where he's not where they need him to be. Because if you look at Khalen Saunders, I can see him. I mean, he's a big dude, obviously. Super athlete, though, by the way. So
terrific.
Dude can do backflips. Well, he was a running back in high school, and he's got great feet.
Yeah.
And if you look at some of his highlights in terms of his quarterback sack production, some of his sacks have come from playing a two-gap technique where he goes to the outside, and actually it's more like playing the B-gap. So it's more like he's playing three technique. So then it makes you wonder, like, okay, I mean, he's built like a nose. He's playing nose, but could he get some three technique work, in some packages? And that could be the case because I'm not going to lie. When I heard this trade go down, I go, interesting because, interior defense needs some work probably, right? I mean, we'll see what Devon Hamilton can do, and you got Tyler Lacey and everything. But I know Austin Johnson that they just brought in. But besides that, it's like, well, you have Mason Smith, Eric Armstead. We have no idea what's going on. Do you plan on the depth with Mason Smith? Because that's a three technique.
Yeah.
Right? So then it kind of got me like, okay, well, I'm glad you addressed the interior, but should you have addressed more of the three technique than actually maybe some more nose? If that makes sense.
No, it does. The way you look at it, right? Jordan Jefferson would play more nose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's his role.
But it's not a depth. So I guess let me ask you this. Do you look at this as a depth play? Rotational play? I mean, when you say depth, most spots when you say depth, you're like, hey, not going to play. Not on the defensive line, just for everybody. I mean, you want an 8-man rotation. So this guy gives you flexibility on that 8-man rotation, potentially, like you just said, depending on where you want to move him.
Yeah.
But is he just part of that rotation to keep people fresh? And does it not say as much about Devon Hamilton? It might say more about the Jordan Jeffersons of the world. And like you're saying, I think be careful. It doesn't necessarily mean, Eric Armstead and Mason Smith.
No, not at all. Just because I see this guy playing more nose than three. It's like I said. I mean, if this is like a 3-4 defense, right? And like, okay, this makes sense, right? This guy could compete for a starting, defensive tackle, but that's not what the defense is going to be, at least what we've seen so far. So to me, it's a depth purpose that maybe he could compete with Devon Hamilton for those starting reps, but I think this is more of a nose, and then maybe you can move him on the outside in pass rush packages. But yeah, this screams nose to me, Brent. Which once again, I think if you're going to address the interior defensive line, it would be more of the 3 technique, because outside of Mason Smith and Tyler Lacey, we don't know what the plan's going to be yet. Because Mason Smith he didn't play against the Saints.
No,
and Eric Armstead, we still don't really know what's going on. So it's like Tyler Lacey and company until proven notice. So.
Yeah. Well, it looks like right now Mason Smith's going to get back. He's just not going to rush back. They're not going to play him until the regular season, I wouldn't think. He's going to practice a lot. And then obviously same thing with Eric Armstead. And by the way, I think we have Khalen. No.
Oh, Khalen Saunders.
Yeah, he even says, he does say it. I was like, what's he talking about in his Twitter handle? Khalen, not Khalen. That's his Twitter handle.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, Khalen.
Yeah. Bink Saunders is his Twitter name as well.
Dude is nimble, though.
He is. He's
super
fun.
impressive.
Looks like a fun guy, too. Like some people are pulling up some tweets of old. Like he hammered the NFL, I think, back when the schedule came out for not having any like primetime games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's 0 primetimes is bleeping insane. Wow, bro. Wow. League said, here, take y'all funky ass schedule and get the F out of my face.
I like it. It's cool too, man, because I guess in New Orleans he was part of like their leadership. I forgot what they called it. But he was like one of like the locker room leadership council dudes or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, you know, if you've seen any practice video with him and Joe Cullen, like Joe Cullen seemed to love him too in Kansas City. So I think that this is a great, we have to talk about intangibly rich. I think this guy loves the game of football. I think he's a great locker room presence. Obviously been on some Super Bowl teams, so he knows what that looks like.
Yes.
Right. And that's
couple of them.
Which is huge. So yeah, I mean, I think in depth purposes, because once again, I don't see him really competing for a starting spot at the 3. I think he's gonna fill in nicely here.
Yeah, and it is Khalen Saunders, excuse me. And then I think what you just said is, you talk about raising the floor type of stuff. Like this is where that floor gets raised again. Mm-hmm. You've got a guy. I think that you just said about the Super Bowl stuff is kind of important to me, because I do remember. Now, Malik Jackson was a really good football player, but I always thought in 17, the fact that he had won a ring, Jags didn't have a lot of guys that had won a ring.
Yeah.
And when he had got there in 16, because I think Denver had won in 15, and just like kind of that knows what it takes. Then they bring Calais over, and although Calais hadn't won a Super Bowl, it's like kind of felt like he knew what it takes when they bring people like that over. Well, take a Fred Johnson, who the Jags have, won one with Philadelphia because he was there the last few years. And now you take a guy like Saunders here that knows what it takes. And also I feel like this guy, it just looks like brings some juice to the room again. Yeah. He's another one of those guys that's going to lift that part up too. So this looks like a pretty good move. Again, you had an expendable Fortner, and you get a little help on that interior, however they're going to use him. And I do think one other note, just talking to some folks on that defensive side, we haven't seen anything yet about how they're going to use this defense. Obviously, it's one series against Pittsburgh. It's a couple of series against the Saints, but it's very vanilla stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
we haven't seen how they're going to use this at all. That's a mystery.
For sure. And I think it spoke volumes, too, that you saw some blitzes in this game, right, where they were sending 5. I think I saw one time they sent 6. Is that kind of maybe a knock on the interior presence a little bit of not getting? I'm not sure, but you did see a little more of an aggressive approach for the Saints game as opposed to the Steelers.
Go back. One other thing about we haven't really talked much about the defense, but I thought interesting. I think this was just a body deal. The fact that they had guys out. But you mentioned Wingard in that play. Wingard played a ton in the first half. Mm-hmm. But I feel like he's your starting safety.
I mean, I don't think he's lost. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, it'd be one thing if he hasn't been showing up, and I think he's done enough.
Game. I think him and Fred Johnson played a lot in that game. And
sure.
Even McCarry played, I think, a lot in that game. Some of that might have been like, hey, I want to get in shape. Like, take a guy like Dewey, I don't know, maybe coming off last year where he was injured a little bit. He's like, hey, I'd like a half a football, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they don't have a ton of safeties or corners or those things because guys are out. The Tyson Campbells of the world, Travis Hunters of the world. And then on the offensive line, we obviously know they're down some bodies. Mm-hmm. And that might have been the reason why the Fred Johnsons and McCarrys were playing, too, a little bit longer. You never really know exactly why they're playing, but I think that was more it than anything else, because you even saw Darnell Savage went to the nickel spot,
of course,
at times.
Yep.
Coming out of that the safety position as that second quarter kept going.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't addressed any of these comments today, but Hamby's burner. I also saw the play of Lacey dropping into coverage. Listen, people have certain things to say. We saw it against the Steelers, the Josh, Hines Allen dropping back into coverage, and you saw Lacey drop back a little bit. Like, you're gonna get some of this because, once again, I don't think they have a front four right now that can just get home by themselves. So I think eventually when it's the regular season, because I get it. When Josh Hines Allen dropped back, you only rushed 3.
Yeah.
And maybe that was just to see what that looked like. But expect to see defensive tackles dropping back, and just kind of taking the middle of the field, and expecting linebackers, whether it's Devin Lloyd and company, to blitz. Like, I think we're going to see a lot of that. Yeah. I think we're going to see a lot of blitzing to try to generate pressure if they can't generate it on their own in their interior.
Yeah,
which is okay. Like, I mean, I'm not mad at that.
It's a way to do it, right? It's at least a creative way to do it instead of banging your head against the wall trying to get home.
Yeah. No, right? For sure.
So at least it's coming up with an idea.
I would rather see a big dude drop back into coverage and generate some kind of pressure with the linebacker as opposed to just rushing 4 straight up and, the interior is not getting anything.
Yeah, so. But every time I see this, I know it pops to everybody's eyes. It's like a linebacker running 25 yards down the field. You're like, every team does this stuff.
Yeah.
Every team does this stuff. Like, you just notice it more, maybe because at times in Jacksonville they've done it more than you would like, or it's just been exposed. There's a difference between being exposed and kind of doing what everybody else does across the league. Jags just have to do it better so they're not exposed. Yeah. And sometimes, by the way, you're going to get exposed. There's just no other answer. That's the beater.
Yeah.
Like, the beater is getting that linebacker as far down the field as possible in coverage.
Yep.
Muma had great coverage on the one play.
Yeah.
The guy still caught it, right? So, I mean, I know everybody just throws their hands up at it, but it's not just here in Jacksonville that stuff happens, I guess, is my point. One other thing, we don't know about injuries, okay? My job on the sideline during these games has kind of been minimized because first of all, knock on wood, but the injury's not too bad. I think there might be some concern. We won't probably get crazy answers, but Wyatt Milam went out, and that looked like a pretty good brace on his leg. So we'll see where that.
Who's been playing great, man? That
dude,
some
really good things.
He's got an attitude about him.
Yeah, they like that.
I mean, guys got to showcase him because he has like the wiener dog and everything. I don't know, man. I don't know if they did like a psychological evaluation on him. I've never met someone that has a wiener dog that plays football like that.
Like that, yeah.
Dude's.
But they like that. They like that, and you should like that. I mean, that's juice of a different kind, and on that's called nasty on the offensive line. I think you need some of that.
Yep.
So that could be a bit concerning. And on top of that, I think Travis Hunter totally is precautionary. I think if this was a real game, I believe he would have played. De'Ami Brown out of nowhere. I don't know where that one came from.
Yeah.
And unless you heard, so I didn't.
No, I didn't hear anything about it.
They're not sharing the information on the injuries. But I don't really know why De'Ami Brown didn't play yesterday. Maybe that came out from someone else, but not really sure.
Because he played the whole scrimmage?
Yeah, he played, and he wasn't a guy that was out of the walkthrough on Friday either, at least not reportedly. So,
what about Travis Hunter? How do you feel about that, Brent?
No, I think he's fine. I think.
I think it was good because we know what he kind of brings to the table. Like, listen, he's still a rookie, right? And you want to see him get some more preseason reps. But we kind of know where he stands already, I feel like. I think he's the best cover corner we have until proven notice, which is kind of sad, but the truth. And at wide receiver, maybe you want to see him get a little more reps, get used to the NFL speed and everything, but, we know what he brings to the table. I think, though, the shining, like the silver lining of this is that it shows like he's not Superman, okay? Like, because in college, his last year playing at Colorado, like he had the shoulder where he sat out a 2 game. Well, he sat out the halves of 2 games, the 2 second halves against Arizona. I think Colorado State it might have been or something like that. And then the year before that, I remember he had like that lacerated, I think it was like a kidney or a liver, whatever.
Yeah.
Some kind of internal laceration, which is
big time.
Gnarly.
Was that the cheap shot hit?
Yes. So, he's had some injuries. So I think it's good to show like, hey, we were talking about play the whole game. Like, hey, let's keep it within perspective now, right? This guy is not Superman, right? I mean, he's just like anybody else. Like, granted, he's in better shape than everybody, it seems like, but the guy can still, be fatigued and tired and sometimes sore, banged up and hurt. So, let's plan accordingly and let's not push it too much.
Yeah. I guess I'm fine with yesterday. I wouldn't be playing the guy if he's even close to maybe banged up or sore. That doesn't make sense, especially after that week of practice. I'll go back to Friday when we guessed who would play. I'm still a little surprised they even played. Now you come out of it and you feel pretty good that they played for the most part. But I guess where's your level of concern? See, I'm not totally concerned about injuries because I don't feel like any of them that we've seen are like super long term. I feel like Mason Smith's going to get back. I do feel like Eric Armstead's getting back. I'm just not sure. Tyson Campbell, I feel like, probably because I just don't know on the Tyson Campbell one. They haven't really even said what it is, but I feel like he's going to get back. Travis Hunter, I think he would have played. De'Ami Brown, I don't know what it is, but I can't imagine it's anything.
Yeah,
I'm not. Like he had a cast on or something like that.
So
Milam, I think, becomes a little bit of a concern, but let's be honest, he is a backup as of now. So I don't feel like I'm overly concerned, but I can't deny that they have piled up a little bit over the last week.
So the two that I'm mainly concerned about, that I'm focused on, is Tyson Campbell, because this is starting to be a trend now.
Yeah.
Right?
And what's the answer?
Yeah. And, they're going to have to rely on him, especially 100% Tyson Campbell during the regular season. Right? So that makes me a little nervous because we don't know the extent, because once again, it's preseason. We'll have a better idea, I'm sure, in a couple of weeks, or hopefully he's back in a couple of weeks. And once again, and I've echoed this a lot, the Eric Armstead thing, just because I feel like he's going to be counted on to contribute, and it's weird how everything is just kind of shaking out with that. So it makes me nervous because I don't know. Like, with Tyson Campbell, I can say, okay, it's probably whatever, a little tweak here, a little strain, a couple weeks. I don't know with Eric Armstead. Like, from what I've been hearing about Eric Armstead, like, it's very peculiar what's going on with Eric Armstead. I'll just say that.
Yeah. So anyway, by the way, I don't really know how much conjecturing we are doing, Glenn, on injuries. I think we're basically saying we don't really know the extent of them, but we also don't. I don't see, like, I think they would say if a guy was out, or majorly concerned. They've already said a couple of guys out for camp, and that was Cole Van Lanen and Buster Brown. And I think outside of that, they haven't really done that. So I think that's a positive sign, that the hope is, all right, let's get them, take every step we have to do to get everybody healthy by September 7th. All right, let's do this. Take a timeout. By the way, Stuart tweeted another angle of that Dewey play that you took us through.
Okay.
That even shows it. And it's on Twitter right now at cool. Stuart A.S. Jax. He had a little bit of a tighter shot of the reaction. So you can check that one out if you missed a little bit of our conversation about what Austin thought was interesting coming out of that Dewey sack early in the game. I think what's interesting is the running back situation. And, man, they looked good yesterday, didn't they? One guy in particular has caught my eye, and it might not be the guy that you're thinking. Let's see where we go with the running back situation. We'll hear from Liam Cohen, some other players from yesterday in New Orleans, as the Jags now go to Miami on Wednesday, practice on Thursday, game on Saturday. I think it's fair to say we don't think they're going to play Saturday night in that game. I think it's like, okay, we've seen enough. Let's go. But you never know. Liam's been a little tough to figure so far in the preseason. We'll talk more about the Jags and what else is happening around them, plus a breakdown of a fight.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, I know you're looking forward to
that. Oh,
you
know it.
That is still on the way. A big win for a guy in a Travis Hunter jersey against what we think is a Saints fan, at the very least. That's next on a Monday on the Brent Austen Show.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjax.com.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
The moment you bite into a Mason's famous lobster roll, nothing is the same. Suddenly, it's 5 a.m., and you're boarding a lobster boat in Maine, heading out to check your traps, keeping only the best, just like it's been done for nearly a century. Because you can't taste lobster this good without it changing you for good. Mason's famous lobster rolls from the waters of Maine.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
As Dewan Smoot, a little celebration here after what he thought was his sack, but it was actually Ventrell Miller. I thought he got a little piece of it too, but he didn't. And even
looks
Kaiser,
right though, doesn't it?
I think Kaiser was right there too. Yeah, see, 54 was on him as well.
Yeah.
But Ventrell made a couple of plays, had that big hit you were talking about.
Yeah.
And I thought they mixed guys in. Like Lloyd was in, and then Ventrell was in, and then Lloyd stayed in a little bit longer. Running back-wise, they put Bigsby in this time with the ones, that first team. Last week it was ETN. Mm-hmm. So you can tell where some of these position battles are shaking out. Smoot. You know, I looked at this team on the sideline yesterday, And I'm like, I even said this to Dewan. It's like, it's kind of nice to look out there and see guys that have been in the league for 5, 6, 7 years.
Oh, yeah.
8 years, because
I mean, we've seen a lot of that from him, too.
Yeah, and he just finds a way to get to the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's going to come up with a handful of sacks.
Yeah.
But they're not like, they don't hit the panic mode this time of year. They know the pace of this time of year. They're not wide-eyed. You're going to have your rookies, of course, but it is nice to see that they actually have a lot of veteran players on this football team. You can call them young in spots, but every team in the NFL is young. So I think I like that. I like that to manage the whole season. He actually said this to me, too. He's like, I learned last year in Buffalo, like, man, you want to be playing your best football in November and stuff. And when you're winning and when you want to be competing for championships, that's what you talk about. You can't get too far behind in the early part, but you want to be ascending. And I will say this, Doug Peterson said that to us a lot, like in production meetings over the years. We'd be like, well, it's important to get off to a fast start. We'd be kind of playing that thing. He's like, it's the first 4 games. It's all right. Like, he had that kind of mentality, like, we're not going to play our best football the first 4 games.
Sure.
Like, he knew it. But you just can't, you don't want to be 0-4. No. That's the balance.
No.
Like, and I talk about this a bunch. Sometimes you see teams, you're like, hey, I wonder if they're peaking too early.
Sure.
And can you maintain that level of play? And I think we've seen that before. I think that's why you also see late season collapses. Or a team like, let's just say, the Dallas Cowboys over the years that look like, whoa, look at them go, and then they can't win a playoff game.
Yep.
So there is something to that. But problem is you can't go on a slide. If your mentality is that, I understand it. You just can't start slow or go lose 3 or 4 games in a row at any time of the season, because it can knock you out of it even mattering if you play well. Just ask the Bengals last year. They were playing some of the best football by the end of the season. They were doing exactly what we're talking about, peaking at the end.
Yep.
Problem is they had to catch up too much because they had lost so early on.
And by the way, they might be losing Trendrickson as well, because he's on the market now looking for a first rounder for him.
What do you make of that? And by the way, Colts interested apparently, the Browns interested apparently, and the Panthers. So the Jags could be impacted by this in their own division, or by the start of the year, or by the fact that he just doesn't play for Cincinnati in week 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little wild, right, for what he's been able to do the past 2 years, 17.5 sacks, back-to-back seasons. Like, it's not an anomaly. That's just who the guy is.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I get the age can make you a little nervous, but I mean, you know what it comes down to? It comes down to taking care of Joe Burrow. And I think that came with T. Higgins, right, in that contract. And I don't even know, like, in terms of the Bengals salary cap, like how it's looking, can they even afford, like, a high-priced Trendrickson contract? I assume you could probably move some things around and make it happen, but I think it speaks volumes, man, when you have a guy who's, accumulated 17.5 sacks back-to-back seasons and you don't take care of him. It's wild.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. Like, I would say, again, what is he, 30, 31 years old? And then you've got like a T. Higgins, way better off giving that guy the money because you're going to have him for the next 4 or 5 years, understandably. But the marquee position of this pass rusher, the good business nature of this guy because of what he's meant to your organization the last couple of years, like, that's where this gets real tricky. And why is it taking this long? Like, that's the other misstep in my opinion. Maybe, we'll see. But I feel like it's a misstep on the organization's part. It's like, okay, you either know you're going to get this thing done or you're not.
Yeah.
So why is it still dragging out? And why are you now? Because you run the risk of upsetting your football team.
Sure.
Right? Because they're like, oh, good, we're going to get him back.
Yeah.
Like, we'll sign him.
But you know exactly how the conversation, though, went, because they had to go to Joe Burrow, because, Joe Burrow is pretty much running the entire organization. I mean, he's the guy that got Jamar Chase over Penei Sewell. But I guarantee that they go to Joe Burrow like, hey, Joe, I mean, we got T. Higgins, we can pay him. We got Trey Hendrickson, 17.5 sacks, back-to-back seasons, captain, obviously a leader on that defense, Joe. Like, it's complimentary football. Like, what are you looking at? Well, let's see. Trey Hendrickson, he had, 17.5 sacks. How many touchdowns did he have last year? None? Okay, how many touchdowns did he have the year before that in terms of receiving? None? Yeah, let's go ahead and pay T. Higgins and Trey Hendrickson. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
I'm off my Batmobile. That's what it sounds like, man.
That's very good.
That's what the
you are our
sounds
sound
like.
effect guy.
Oh, I got you. I should be doing some voice work, man.
You should.
Is there any voice work here in Jack so I can get my hands on freelancing?
Probably.
Get these hands on.
We might be able to do that here for you.
just do a bunch of sound effects for Jaguars games.
Yeah, little side project.
Yeah.
Brent Martineau Austen Lane, Brent and Austin Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Obviously, a lot to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Thanks for jumping in with us on all the different platforms, actionsportsjax.com, Action News Jax app, the social media, of course, and Action News Jax now on your smart TV. You can watch the entire network 24 hours a day, right from your home on Roku, Apple TV, all the different places that you watch from your living room. And definitely download the podcast as well and give it a listen. The audio of the show goes up each and every day at 1:30. So for your drive home, your workout, little walk later in the afternoon, you want to listen to anything you missed or can't get to from 10 to 1 every day, it is right there for you at your fingertips as we get closer and closer to the Jacksonville Jaguars season. Coming off a pretty nice effort overall from that first team, even though it ends up in a 17-17 tie in New Orleans. I think people feel pretty good about it here in Jacksonville. And I think the head coach feels good about it. In the last hour, I said he might have been the biggest winner of the day on Sunday because the response he got from his football team shows me that they're pretty locked in to what he's saying and what he's doing and what was a motivational week to kind of get things done in detail and on point. And they delivered for the most part on Sunday. Here's Liam Cohen on the second preseason game.
Yeah, I mean, you want to win the game, obviously, but I thought that they responded. The team responded in the right way, for the majority of the game in terms of coming out, starting fast. Defensively, I thought they played really well throughout, until obviously the end where you put them in a tough spot there. And then, I was pleased with the way that we ran the football early on with the older guys, with the guys that, we expect obviously to be contributing at a high level for us consistently. And I thought Trevor, minus obviously the fumble, was pretty sharp.
Well, there you go. That is Liam Cohen talking about Trevor. He said to me on the sideline as well, very similar about Trevor Lawrence. And we're going to get a little bit more on him in just a moment because I think what we see is a Trevor that looks sharper. It looks more decisive, a guy that's going through. Now, even Steph last night, she's like, and I've never really watched it like this, but everybody's talking about progressions and stuff. So now I'm watching them go through this. So I'm like, what are we doing? I got Ty that at home, I get home and it's like an hour conversation, which I love, by the way. But I got to decipher Twitter versus reality versus, okay, where are we getting this? I'm like, oh, great. Ty. I said to him last night, I was like, we're breaking down Luke Fortner film now? Really? Really?
Doing the deep dive, Brent.
All right.
Doing the deep dive, man.
Nobody knows what the hell they're talking about on the offensive line. Just remember that, folks. You can make it up, but nobody really knows. Even my kid. But my wife's talking about Trevor Lawrence's progressions now.
You love to see it.
Yes.
You love to see it. Make it a family affair, Brent. I like it, man.
We're all
family's
locked in.
getting involved.
But I think what you see is not necessarily stats or other things. It's just what your eyes tell you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it does look better. It looks more comfortable. It looks confident right now. It looks at ease. Does some of that come with year 5? Does some of that come with this time of year where there's not really a lot of pressure? Maybe. But it does have to come back to kind of what they're coaching and seeing and some of the things that maybe are clicking right now with Liam Cohen. And he was even coaching him coming off the sideline after the touchdown. I don't know if the TV broadcast caught this, but he was just going through one of these things where he's literally doing this and he jumps over to his left. So he's coaching him like, hey, yeah, you could probably do this quicker. Right? So it's just a lot of that stuff that they're seeing. And Trevor talked about it yesterday too, but so did Liam Cohen, because I asked him, where is he at on that whole thinking through the offense and just playing, which is eventually what you need to get to if you want to play the way you want him to play.
Yeah, I thought this game was another step in the right direction where you saw him clicking through progressions again and getting to his third and fourth reads a few times. I thought we protected him really well up front, which allows a quarterback to do those things. And also when you run the ball effectively, it also takes some pressure off the quarterback. So I was pleased with his outing tonight. Obviously the one fumble is a tough one because you just got to eat that. It's a great learning moment for him, especially in the red area where you already have points. So when you have 2 turnovers in the red zone, when you already have points, those are tough ones when you end up tying a game.
Yeah, no doubt. They got to fix that part of it. I think I really don't know if that game could have gone better offensively for the Jags overall about what he wants to be. The offensive line protecting, your quarterback delivering, making good, decisive decisions, your running game looking the way it did, the screen game looking the way it did. I think the only thing missing right now that we really haven't seen from the Cohen offense the way he would like it to be, and probably, again, we'll go on this evolution stuff, is the explosive plays down the field. We really haven't seen him just let it rip. That's about it.
Yeah, but do you want to, is that something you want to keep under wraps until week 1? I mean, even we've been seeing a lot of that jet sweep.
Yeah.
Wait till couple weeks, because to me that's a setup.
He's just showing it.
He's showing it because he's going to have a wrinkle off that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pretty early on, probably against Carolina.
First play of the game, big jet sweep, going deep to Brian Thomas Jr. Book it right now, Brent.
It might be.
What are the Vegas odds on that one?
But seriously, isn't what have you not seen from this offense now through 2 weeks that you're like, hey, I would like to see? And I think even Nick Mullins has thrown it deeper down the field than Trevor Lawrence in whatever play calls they're having. So I guess that would be the only one. And like you said, it's a little bit more just this time of year getting into rhythm. That's part of the reason he's 14 for 17 with a throwaway and a drop, by the way, are 2 of the 3.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I think I've seen all I need to see. If I one of my things I was when I talked about the pregame show that I was on, I was looking for, is a running back going to set themselves apart in this Saints game?
Yeah.
Right, because it was a heavy dose of Travis Etienne against the Steelers. Like you would expect, okay, it could be the Tank Bigsby show. And once again, I think all the running backs did well, right? I mean, I thought Tank Bigsby maybe showed the most in terms of that screen that he took for whatever. It was 18 yards?
Yeah.
Something like that? Yeah.
That was a nice run.
It was great run, great vision, great catch. I mean, it's a screen pass, right? I mean, we can do that, but a great vision, great catch in space. So I don't know how to approach this running back room, Brent, and that's maybe a good problem to have because it should shake out by week 4, week 5 in terms of who's going to be the starter. I mean, I think you go with Etienne right now just because I don't think he's lost the spot.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe you roll with him, but I think you have to count on a lot of these guys, whether it's Allen, whether it's Tootin, whether it's Bigsby, whether it's Etienne. I think all those guys can bring something to the table.
Yeah, I think you're right about the running game. I wonder if we're searching for an answer that we're not going to get.
Sure. Yeah, and that's fair.
We might be. I still debate whether you kind of need to have this a little more defined in my mind. And you know what? If it works, it's fine. If it doesn't work, I'm probably going to come back to, doesn't this need to be a little bit more defined of who's who? Who's getting the carries? Can you make it work? But if you can make it work and you can run effectively like they did yesterday, I don't think anybody asked those questions.
Yeah.
But you start to wonder if they don't run it effectively or consistently, you're like, okay, well, does somebody here need 15, 16, 17 carries to get going?
Sure.
And get in the rhythm? Does the offensive line need to know a certain guy's running style, right? Does the play caller need to know that running style? But as of right now, man, I've been very impressed with the running back room. I mean, Etienne has delivered. He's playing with a chip. There's no doubt. Bigsby took advantage of his. Tootin has shown stuff getting in the end zone a couple of times, had another nice run as well. He's run tough. We're waiting for the speed. That will pop at some point. Just got to get some open field for that to really open up to a new gear. But it will happen. We've seen it on the practice field. And then the guy that's really impressed me is LaQuinn Allen.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you can use him. I don't know where he factors in.
Yeah.
But I feel like in this particular offense where we talk about the receiving back, and you also want to be able to pass pro. This guy's very good at both of those things. Mm-hmm. And he too plays with some attitude now. He's shown some things in this preseason. I don't know if it's enough to even get a few snaps. But I feel like he's impressed me the most out of all of them. And the other ones I kind of expected something.
Yeah, LaQuinn Allen's been the pleasant surprise, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, once again, he hasn't shown anything where you can't trust him. I think he'll be up, Brent. You might have 4 guys up, on game day, because he brings special teams too as well.
He's gonna have to play that.
So I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I think it's okay to have those 4 guys up. And once again, like eventually you're gonna have to have some sort of idea of their roles and finding that rhythm. But until then, like it's almost like the Rashad White, Bucky Irving effect that you had in Tampa last year, where let them both do their thing, and then eventually someone's gonna, the cream's gonna rise at the top.
You start to look. I think back to the question you ask a lot, and this I know was around Bulky a lot, but
how much is he paying you?
No, Venmo is a little light. I think of like, where's the gem? Right? You had asked that a lot. Like, where's the gem? And I don't know if it's just a Bulky thing. I think if you go back to the Jags in general, over at least my time here, when you don't have a good football team, where do you find enough of those?
Where are the 4th round, the 5th round picks? Yeah, there you go.
Where do you
we'll
find?
Take it.
Yeah, where do you get those guys? Well, if you take a look at the Rams organization, where they've been able to recover so quickly from this all-in investment to go trade away all their picks and potential blue chippers, is they found guys. If you go back to Seattle, where they started to build that more than a decade ago, where did they find guys? From the CFL and in the 5th round, from the Browners to the Shermans to others. Like, the good teams are able to complement and find, sure, first, second, third round, but that 4th through 7th round they find value in. Well, you start to look at this group right here, and LaQuinn Allen is impressive to me. I think you take a look at Tootin in the 4th round. He might fit this with what those backs are doing. Yeah. I would even go back to what Parker Washington is doing, and that does go to the old regime, because now you're talking about a 6th round pick. If he can solidify himself, that could be a Pro Bowler, but if he can help your team win, you then go back to guys like that you're getting a lot out of a 6th round pick.
Yeah. It's just, the thing with Parker Washington, it's this. It's like, dude is always shining in the preseason. It's just, can you get him? And once again, I'm not sure what it's going to look like, but can you get him on the field in a capacity where he's going to contribute enough in a game?
Yeah. But I guess my point in this, Austin, is now you're starting to see some guys. I'll give you another one. Again, this is August. We see a lot more of this in August. Where does it end up? Like, this is just the start of the road, okay? But Monheim, you just traded away Fortner because I think you feel pretty good about the guy that you drafted in the 7th round, I think he was. So him and LaQuinn Allen, I think, were both in the 7th round. Those are potentially where you're going with, can you find those diamonds in the rough? Can you get a couple of those gems? Can you steal some of those? And I think we're starting to see maybe some of that show up a little bit. And then, of course, you want to marry that with very good success in the early rounds, which you got in Brian Thomas Jr., which you've had hopefully into Trayvon Walker and to Trevor Lawrence and those kind of players. And then hopefully Travis Hunter delivers too.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? And listen, I think that you have the makings to get some help from your late round picks, which is great. But once again, like, it's one thing to do in the preseason. It's another thing to actually do it in meaningful games. And if you can start doing it in meaningful games, Brent, now you got something.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to do it. Let's get to Tank Bigsby, Kim, if we can, because we were just talking about running backs. Stuart Weber caught up with him in the locker room after the game in New Orleans. Here's what Tank had to say.
Tank, seems like the running game was working pretty good there for the starters. Kind of assess how that part of the game performed here today.
Yeah, it was going good. The O-line doing their job, everybody having their business, and playing as a team. We're doing what we're supposed to do out there.
How big of an emphasis was this week as far as getting rid of those pre-snap issues and really being able to operate the way you guys know how to do it?
It's really big. That's what it's all about, coming out being able to be fresh. So I feel like we did a good job of that and just got to keep growing from it.
I know so much of your success, you and Travis, is going to be based on that offensive line. That group of 5, putting together some good reps, finding some cohesion, that's huge this time of year.
Yes, sir, it's very huge. Just getting a groove with the guys and all us clicking on the same level. So it's a blessing and it's amazing. So just very thankful.
What can you say about those draft picks? They're going out there and they're popping. Tootin's out there putting some good plays on tape for sure. What can you say about those guys who you share the room with?
Tootin, he doing his job. He out there running the ball hard. Quint, he out there doing his job too, man. Those guys came in and they have a good mindset and just just love it. I just love to see all those guys doing good, you know.
I know you guys have one more preseason game left, but how ready are you for some real games to get here?
Oh, yeah. You know it.
That's Tank Bigsby. He also, by the way, started the game with a nice kickoff return, too. I think he can be very effective in that part of the game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So a part of that special teams unit that could be really an advantage for the Jags. You don't look at the Jags and you bounce around all position groups like, can you rely on them to be an advantage in a game? Special teams right now, I think you can.
Yeah.
I think you can walk into a game and you're like, hey, we got the edge here in this. And I think Tank's a part of that, man. He does some good stuff on the kickoff return game. All right, let's do this. Take a time out. Yes, we do have the fan fight analysis coming up. It's on the way. We figure we don't want to do that until Casey gets here.
Yeah.
Because Casey will be mad if he misses that.
Correct. And I also have to do a random drug test as well from the UFC. So
during the show.
All
right.
We're trying to plan around that as well.
Yeah, we got
I'm trying to give the guy directions and stuff while I'm trying to talk about the running back room. It's great.
You never know when those random drug tests are going to pop up.
Brent, you good? Did you need one too as well? Or you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
After your Vince Carter takes last week?
I'm good.
I'm kidding, man.
I don't need any drug tests.
Do we have random drug tests? I'm freelancer. I'm saying for you guys. Yeah, I figured not. You guys are good.
Probably when you get hired, I'm assuming you got to do a drug test.
I think now when I was hired, we didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I don't know.
But I've been here for
You know what? You're right.
15
I don't know
years.
if I did either. How long you been here, Kim?
Yeah, it's TV,
15 years.
15 years, Kim?
Yeah.
Dang, Kim.
Dang.
Do you get a special party at 10?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I don't think we get into those. One time we did, when you hit a milestone, you could go shop for something.
Okay.
Yeah, that was under the old company.
That was under the old company.
Oh, nothing now, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Just the thanks for your service. Keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 years and 15 is.
Yeah.
I feel like I see people come and go, man. It's like a
17
revolving
years for
door
me.
here. Yeah, it's a revolving door here.
Yeah.
Man.
We know where all the skeletons are buried around this place. We'll be back on the Brent Austen Show. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnik, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnikbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnik, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnik Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnik has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnik. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnik GMC. We are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good. And the medical professionals here at Ponavé Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponavé Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponavé Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning, and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Right now, you can get a free Kinetico reverse osmosis system with the purchase of a Kinetico Premier Softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Kinetico water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Kinetico dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax Pal. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax Pal.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
That schedule inches closer and closer, and the importance on the early part of the season just seems to be at a premium this year for the Jags. The Panthers, I think there's confidence in Carolina. As you take a look at that early part of the schedule, they are not a walkover, is my point. When the Carolina Panthers came here a couple of years ago, the Jags were in the middle of a losing streak. Remember, that's when they tanked it down the stretch, not purposely. But they even won the Carolina game on like Christmas Eve or something like that, 20-0, because Carolina was just brutal. I know Carolina's not great, but I guess my point is that's not the Carolina team walking in here on September 7th either. I do not think that's just a chalked up W.
No, it's like I've been saying, like the way we feel about this Carolina Panthers game, they feel about playing the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
Like in terms of a confidence. Right, in terms of like almost like a must-win.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
and a lot of fan bases feel that way. You can feel that way even in Tennessee, right?
Sure. Don't though, but yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, I know.
But when they see the Jags on the schedule, I think But I think the thing about that game is it feels like there's so much pressure on that game in Jacksonville to win because of that next few weeks. You go to Cincinnati. Okay, Cincinnati looking good in the preseason. Don't usually play well in the early season. Will they have Trey Hendrickson? Maybe not. But they're still Cincinnati. They're better than the Jags. Mm-hmm. It's on the road. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the story in Cincinnati. I mean, there's really nothing else. And they have a revamped defense. Mm-hmm. If you want to check in on their camp, we'll see. I don't know if they're good, but it's a defense that will probably feel and look a little different.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think what was Cincinnati, I don't know, man. Like, I understand they don't play good to start the season off usually. I just look at that.
I don't want to rely on that.
No, and that's the thing. Like, is that what we're going to hang the hat on?
I think it is. I think actually
okay, great. Because I'm looking at Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and kind of a revamped running game that kind of showed some stuff last year with Chase Brown. It's like, yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'm just going to focus on Carolina first and then worry about it later.
Yeah, and then I just think that Houston game is huge at home. And then if you take the one other game at San Francisco, and there's a lot of praise right now that Christian McCaffrey looks really good.
Yeah.
Does their season hinge on him?
Yes.
Is that it? Because I feel like they're an all-or-nothing team, and is that why I feel like they're an all-or-nothing team?
I mean, I think so. You can make an argument and say, okay, well, Brock Purdy, you're paying him like a franchise quarterback now, right? So if you're paying him like that, he has to elevate everybody around him. But this offense is going to run through Christian McCaffrey. And, well, I take it back. George Kittle, too, as well, who might be the best tight end now in the league.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So I should take that back.
The good thing is we've done a good job around here covering those guys.
Well, I mean, yeah, what do you want me to do? There's 31 other teams, Brent. I can't keep track of everybody, even for fantasy, but George Kittle might be the best tight end in the league.
Yeah, I think, and could be primed for a really big year. He, too, has been battling some injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's why they feel like a fragile team to me. Funny, they play kind of tough, but they feel fragile because they've been so banged up that you just wonder, is that just the way they are? I mean, McCaffrey's been that way in his career. Kittle really hasn't, but obviously he plays a style where you can get banged up. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that San Fran game's really hard. So that's what's kind of going on those first around the camps there as well. Hey, what's going on this week for you in terms of lunch, dinner? If you want to stop and eat, hey, Bono's Pit Barbecue, a good place to do it. If it ain't a pit, it ain't legit. BonosBarbecue.com, the place to go. And you'll hear a lot about them on Friday night as we get ready for the Friday Night Blitz and our game of the week. Coming up this week, it's Ponavé and Nice playing part of our high school coverage. But Bono's, great place to go on a Friday to get you set for your high school football. Dosman, our buddy Kevin Sullivan, he used to eat there all the time, every Friday. It was part of his routine. But you can eat there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday as well, along with a Friday at Bono's. BonosBarbecue.com. Glenn C., I did not see Brock Bowers' new haircut. Should I have?
Yeah. I mean, it's something.
It's something.
Well, it's not a haircut. He just shaved his head. Like he's bald now. It's
okay.
Yeah, but he looks like a One Punch Man. You don't know. I don't know why I even say it. He looks like a guy from an anime show called One Punch Man. I'll say it that much.
I believe
Kim, if we get a side-by-side of One Punch Man and Brock Bauer, no, I'm kidding. We don't got to do all that.
Don't crash a system trying to do that. Kim.
No, that's true, too, because we still have to break down a fight video. So
we do. We have that coming up. Hey, just some thoughts in the chat. YB400 says, Brenton Strange hands look mighty elite. Yeah, again, I thought Strange was kind of this underbelly story. It wasn't like, oh, wow, like I'm going crazy. It's just like, I feel good about where that guy's at. I really do. And it kind of has the same feel of Parker Washington. Right now is grabbing a lot of the star headlines of camp. Mm-hmm. He's probably been the star of camp, is Parker Washington. And he just looks consistent to me. Because I think that was the thing about Parker before is like, well, he shows some really good plays, and it's like, okay, where does he go? Mm-hmm. But to Austin's point, can he get on the field enough with what they have? That's a good problem to have. Because you feel good if Parker has to come in there and play.
And it's also a beauty, too, because like you think of Parker Washington primarily in the slot, but he can kind of do a little bit of everything. And especially in this Liam Cohen offense, like that's what you want to see. So, yeah, I think he'd be the most comfortable being in the slot, but you can put him on the outside of the X or the Z, whatever the case, and he'll be all right.
Well, I think that's what really impressed them the most this camp is to practice that. Was it Brian Thomas Jr. was out, I think, because he was sick. Mm-hmm. And then Parker came in and made two huge plays in that spot. And you're right. He was kind of slotted as a slot guy, but has really been able to move around now in his last few years. And I think you're right. I think there's some confidence there. A lot of good thoughts about Monheim, center of the future. The good news right now, I think you feel pretty good about Hainsey as well. And that guy really knows the offense. So he's going to be the guy for right now. A couple of thoughts on LaQuint Allen and even Tank Bigsby. I feel like the fan base wants Tank to be the guy.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I just think from like a longevity standpoint, right? Like you worry about the future, but also the present. So Tank would make sense.
Yeah, I don't.
Because like if you're going to make Travis, okay, you're going to have him for a year and then he's gone.
Yeah. I think it's just, I don't know if it's his running style that gives the fans a little bit more confidence or what, but I always think they're not as high on ETN as like I am.
I mean, I'm not on ETN too. I think he's hungry this year,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
yeah.
he's in the, he's got a chance to make some money.
Nathan says, good morning, guys. Impressed with the ones yesterday. Very curious when the Khalen Saunders trade was motivated by. Think it's more depth focus or an effort to prepare for no Armstead? And if you missed Austen talking about it a little bit later, it's I think a lot of people want to point when they see defensive tackle, defensive interior, and say, okay, it's because Armstead. They're concerned about what's going on with Mason Smith. That doesn't really feel like this one is what you're saying. This is more of a rotational play, probably behind Devon Hamilton, and now you have a good 1-2 punch there. It feels like this is more about that. But there is a great curiosity of, I mean, were these guys up in the suite and press box during the game yesterday and like, hey, you need this? We might need this. Let's make this trade go down.
It's wild how, I mean, yeah, once again, I don't know if it was done before the game. I mean, I would assume probably not, right? Because then why would you play either of them?
Yeah, and I don't even know how many snaps Fortner got, but I know Saunders played in the game.
Saunders started.
This is like happened in the third quarter, it felt like. I saw Gladstone twice before the game, one at the hotel and once just talking before the game. He didn't seem like a guy who had who would know? But he didn't seem like a guy who had a trade up his sleeve.
Sure, yeah.
Because he plays it really cool, I guess. Yeah. He just didn't seem like something was brewing here. Not that it was like a mega trade either, though, if we're being completely honest.
Well, I mean, to me, I think you got value because we didn't expect Fortner to play.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think with what you got, like, there should be some sort of depth where he should be getting some playing time in Saunders.
Yeah, Whiskey Mike says, not sure if you saw the money details. Gladstone got the Saints to eat dead money on both players' contracts. Saw some of that come out. I think it was Spotrac that had that out. Bottom line is the money in this situation wasn't big anyway. So it wasn't – I just don't think the money in terms of NFL money was a big part of this. I think this was a need expendable player type of situation. I think folks have brought up Luke Fortner might not even have made the team. And so you got something in return, and quite frankly, it looks like you got a pretty quality player in return that can help you out. You said in the locker room too. Feels like a pretty good move. Feels like a good raise-the-floor move for James Gladstone. If you thought his work was done, it's really just beginning. In fact, the attention will start to turn back to Gladstone here over the next 10 days. As they get this roster down to 53, which looks pretty cut and dry. Is there anybody that's like, Lovely had a nice pick yesterday, but I don't feel like he's, oh my. I don't know if any of these receivers are really what they're looking for as a fifth receiver right now that's on the roster. You do have some veteran guys like an Austin Trammell who's done stuff in the league, but I like Combs is a guy that I've heard his name mentioned a bit now over the last couple of weeks. I think he's impressed. I also think he might be a guy that can just put on the practice squad.
Sure, yeah.
So I don't know. I don't feel like outside of really Monheim, who's a draft pick, and you figure he's going to make the team, I feel like that's the guy that's really got a lot of attention. And Milam until leaving the game with an injury yesterday. I don't feel like there are any of these what I would call back-end guys lighting it up, and you've got to find a roster spot for them.
No, for sure. Because once again, like even the back-end guys, they're going to be relied more on special teams, right? So whoever they feel like can be like the special teams ace, I feel like they're going to keep.
Well, that's part you don't know.
Yeah. I have to get ready to go take my drug test.
Go take a drug test.
All right.
Did you drink a lot of water?
Oh, yeah. I've been pounding
ready?
water. We'll see.
We'll find out.
Hopefully I don't get stage fright, you know?
Stage fright is not a good thing. Yep. That's all right. Casey's here for reinforcements. Not to take the drug test, but to just, sit here and talk if need be. Here's what we're going to do is we're going to stay on time anyway. We got an hour to go. We're going to get to the fight video. We waited just for Casey for this. You're welcome. There's also a guy who threw a bat at a pitcher. We didn't see that over the weekend. A little more Jags talk along the way, too. Want to remind folks about our Action Sports Jax Dream 18 golf tournament. You see the hat? Got the hat today. We got the new logos and gear ready to go. And we're looking forward to it on September 22nd. Ooh, a little more than a month away now. Action Sports Jax Dream18.com if you want to be a part of it. Although I will say this, I'm about ready to squeeze everybody out. I think we might be getting close to sold out for the Action Sports Jax Dream 18 golf tournament, so I got to keep an eye on that, but we'd still love you to be a part of it in some capacity if you can, and I'm assuming if you get in like the next couple of days, you could probably sneak in as a foursome too. Action Sports Jax, Dream18.com. Of course, it's presented by Cadillac and Access Golf. We appreciate those folks for their support for a long time now. Plus, Florida Georgia Windows and Doors, best bet as well. And food on the course, Metro Diner, Smoothie King, Jumpin' Jack's House of Food, Willie Jules, Front Porch, Kettle Corn, Fogo de Chao, Whataburger too. Oh, you're going to eat well at the Action Sports Jax Dream 18 as we raise money for St. Michael's Soldiers and North Florida Junior Golf Foundation. The recycled headlines of the day coming up in just a bit, presented by Republic Services. And also Casey jumps in with a little trivia, and we break down the fight of the weekend. And it did not happen in the UFC. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jax 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts.
Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers.
And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242. You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing. Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Save 10% off any water heater, plus no trip charge. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. For a limited time, CGC is waiving the trip charge on all related plumbing calls. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game. But with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjax.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
How about Scotty Scheffler? He does it again. I mean, it's just unbelievable what he's doing. But he's Scotty Scheffler. I think crazy thing is if you missed if you saw the chip on 17, and it's just like no reaction to it. Like, okay, cool. Totally different than obviously Tiger Woods or a lot of players that would be real emotional in that time. And there's like a cool factor about it. I think Scheffler has a little bit of a cool factor to him because guys like Patrick Mahomes and other star athletes jump in on, I think LeBron might have even too, jumped in on like after that chip. And I think that's always like a measuring stick of, all right, maybe golf isn't the coolest sport in the world. We run into that, right? But people are talking about Scotty Scheffler, and I think he's like a cool athlete in his own way. He doesn't really have like I don't know, like, I mean, he's not loud. And I mean, Tiger was Tiger because he was Tiger. Scheffler's not that, but I think he's like the complete opposite, which makes him cool to some people. Bring Casey Kurtz in. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there a Scotty vibe? You can talk without it, maybe. Oh, there you go. Oh, you wanted me to fix that camera, Kim. Yeah. All right, I was locked in. Kim was sneaking up behind me. She wanted me to fix the camera for you. I could have done it. Just yell at us, Kim. We just say it out loud on the show. It's all right. Are you on? Yeah. I think you're on.
Oh, here we go.
Kim, if you want to stop running back and forth, you just tell me where to turn the camera, and I'll do it. Because I don't know if your mic is even on. So let's wait till she gets back in there. Because I don't feel like I'm hearing you.
So let me get this straight now. You're going to move the after she twice? Not even know.
No, I didn't move it yet. How's it good? Is it good?
You're right.
To my right?
Didn't even move it.
Just a little bit.
More.
Can you put them on screen and then I'll figure this out.
Oh goodness.
Wrong way. Hey. There we go.
Yeah.
Look at you.
How's it going?
Kim, this is how we do this on the show.
All right.
You do not have to be all like TV proper and make sure that you come in here and fix it and run back and forth. Like, we just do it quickly like this.
All right.
I got my exercise in for today.
Well,
then.
you did. I know. I know you were trying to do it the right way. But we don't do things the right way here on this show.
Heard.
It's just,
fair enough.
The fourth wall is always broken down.
Yeah.
On this wall.
All
it
right.
does not exist.
What did
All
you...
right, back to Scotty Scheffler.
What did you ask me? Yeah, Scotty Scheffler.
You know what I'm saying about it? Like, he's kind of the cool guy. Even though golf, he doesn't feel like he would be the coolest guy in golf.
He's cool because he's just better than everybody.
Is it just him being so good? That
Yeah, if Austen was in here, I think he'd probably crucify you in terms of acting like he's cool. Like, I don't think there's much about Scotty Scheffler outside of the golf part of it that a younger person or a kid would be like, I want to be Scotty Scheffler. Like, you want to be Scotty Scheffler because he can hit it super far and he wins all the time. Like, the off-the-course stuff, not talking about his family because obviously very good family dude, but like the personality wise, I don't think there's a lot of like, oh, he's got the swag or he's funny or any of that. Like I think it's just he hits it farther than everybody. He goes out and beats everybody. And that's pretty much the gimmick, and then goes home. Like, so I'm
trying to think, like, it's weird, like, I wouldn't call him a vibe at all.
LeBron did tweet about him,
but I feel like he's got I don't know, like this subtle, just easygoing way about him that almost feels like a vibe.
Yeah, I mean.
But I don't know if it's relatable or not. I'm just saying it feels a little.
He's
like a thing.
Then this is a bad analogy because he is a golfer, but like. He's like the guy that you would play golf with that you like is a friend of another one of your friends, but got invited because you need a fourth. And then he goes up there and just blasts it off the tee. You're like, what just happened with this dude? And he just is like, yeah, no biggie.
Yeah,
you know what
no
I mean?
big deal.
And like plays great the whole day. You're like, dude works at Truist Bank. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
You know what he is? He's a nice version, a likable version of Dustin Johnson. Where it almost looks like he doesn't care sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad.
But the problem with Dustin Johnson, he kind of came off like an ass.
Yeah.
Right?
He did.
But Scheffler does not do that at all.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, not really. Dustin does have that cocky, I don't know if mindset's the right word, but just the aura of cockiness, I guess. Like when he was good, or I mean, when he's winning, like it's just a different vibe. And also, like Dustin Johnson, I think there's, I don't know if you want to say pick at or whatnot, but I feel like he gets a lot of the conversation also because of like the Paulina part of the story and kind of what that brings in.
True.
So, but again, I think that's a reason why people like do or do not like a Dustin Johnson, where in Scotty's case, like with his wife, she's just a normal person. Like there's, they fell in love, whatever.
See, that's where I think you brought up something that's pretty interesting to me. I get it. I don't believe like the kids are like, I want to be Scotty Scheffler, right? I do think the getting arrested thing helped him in so many ways.
That is true.
Because it put him on the map of like just the oddest of things.
Yeah.
Like the oddest guy in the world getting arrested. But so that kind of put his status in a whole new level on top of the golf. But you got to remember, kids are really in tune with golf right now, right? Like they're locked in. But I think my point is to the LeBrons and to the Mahomeses and to athletes, I think he's very cool because of the way he handles himself. I think the quote from a couple of weeks ago, how he summed it up, right? I think that really resonated with a lot of professional athletes, actually, and they just weren't able to articulate it that way. But he did, and I think that registered with them. And like you said, I think on top of that all is the greatness. I mean, he's great.
He's great.
We say great too much. He literally is great right now. And I did see, to catch Tiger at world number 1 in consecutive weeks, he still has to go Halloween to 2028.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But that's how dominant he's been, which is, did you see the Ryder Cup points? He's got 37,000 Ryder Cup points. The next guy's got 14,000 on the U.S. team. It's crazy.
Like, but here's the thing that's, like, in my opinion, the dumbest part of the PGA Tour in golf. There's a scenario where Scotty Scheffler does not win the Tour Championship next week. Like, the regular season championship is decided technically in this one event.
Yeah.
He may not win.
Yeah.
Now, he's going to start.
Does he start 2 shots ahead?
It's like, yes, but it's like 20 under or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The next guy's 18.
And then it just goes down.
But, like, he blew it 2 years ago. He started at number 1. He didn't have a year like that, but it was still a year that he won a couple of times, and Rory caught him and won the Tour Championship. But, like, there is a scenario where all the Ryder Cup points, all the wins he has, and he does not win the championship technically of the PGA Tour, which is just so dumb. It's the worst thing they do.
Fascinating thing in golf right now. McIlroy wins the Players, and the Masters completes the career Grand Slam. He's not going to be Player of the Year.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, that's
wild.
That's pretty amazing, right?
Yeah.
He makes history. 6th guy ever to win the Grand Slam, wins those 2 elite tournaments.
That's a good point.
And Scotty, that's how good Scotty has been.
I really haven't thought about Rory once in a while.
It's been a little bit.
Which is probably how he wants it, to be honest.
He's probably okay with that.
Yeah.
And pretty amazing what Scotty Scheffler's doing and has done. Now, I think their Ryder Cup team, I'm going to be going hard for the U.S. Ryder Cup team.
Are you going?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying,
My
I
buddy's
love
going.
the Ryder Cup. And, man, do I want Team USA to win. That's when I don't like those other guys. But, golly, I don't know how Team USA is going to win.
Yeah, they're going to get blasted.
I mean, I don't know how they're going to win.
They're not going to.
I mean, like the 9th and 10th guys on the Europe team are like, I don't know. What was it, Tommy Fleetwood or somebody?
Probably.
Like, I don't know. Somebody like that.
Yeah.
And is Rom going to be on that team?
Yes.
They are going to pick him?
Well, they should.
He's 22nd in the rankings, I guess. That's what Ty was telling me yesterday.
They should.
But they probably pick Rom.
Yes, they should.
And how about, speaking of goofy, Rom didn't win once on the Live Tour and won $18 million in their season ender yesterday.
Good for him. That was the season ender yesterday?
I guess. Neiman.
Yes, Joaquin.
5 wins.
Bro is good. I don't know why he
doesn't win the end, though.
It's stupid.
Golf can't figure out that part.
It's not hard.
Well, they want to make it like a playoff.
It's stupid, but it's dumb.
Like every sport.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. Do what you got to, like, it's just not good.
It just hasn't worked for him.
Like, because there's, again, I'm telling you, like, there's a dude on Sunday, if you care, that would start at, like, let's just say 14 under somehow and wins, because it's not impossible.
Yeah.
And you could be sitting here saying some guy that did not win a PGA Tour event this year is the champion of the sport.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. It's not the way it's supposed to be.
What are we doing?
Brent Martineau, Casey Kurtzin, Austen Lane taking a drug test right now. He'll be back in a moment. Kim's Corner as well. Welcome in on a Monday, Brent and Austin Show. And Public Services, RecyclingSimplified.com. Recycled headlines of the day include the Jacksonville Jaguars making a trade for Khalen Saunders, spelled like Khalen. Khalen it is. Defensive tackle. Luke Fortner goes to the New Orleans Saints. Seems like a very good deal for the Jacksonville Jaguars at face value. I mean, just a heck of a deal for James Gladstone that's only going to raise his stock with the fan base. I think it already is. The fan base doesn't love Luke Fortner, but even on paper, it just makes a lot of sense. Jags probably could use more help than that at the center position.
Yeah, I mean, I heard you guys saying it when I got in here, but like if you're not gonna play a guy and you're not really sure what he can give you depth-wise if he has to come in, well, let me rephrase. You might be sure what you're going to get. It might just not be good enough.
Yeah.
And you think you can, get a guy that's going to play for you and make your team and might make a play at some point in time to help you win a football game. Why not? Obviously, I guess the whole thing is interesting when they worked out the trade, but good for Gladstone. People are excited about it. In terms of finally, I saw this a lot on the internet, finally having a GM that's like willing to go do those things that like makes you to be honest, they might have got that much better.
Yeah.
But you're trying. It makes it feel like you're trying.
No, I think
it's
so.
a good thing.
I think they've said a lot about raising the floor, and this is a floor or raise the floor kind of play, even still, not just in the draft and in free agency. Other big headlines, obviously the Jags tie the Saints. That's not really the story. The story is the first teamers and what they do. Trevor Lawrence looks good. I mean, the bottom line is I think we're going to take this performance from the first teamers in total, specifically Trevor, and we're going to take that right into the regular season now and feel pretty good overall.
Yeah.
Is that false hope? Who knows? We've been there before, but it's better to feel pretty good than feel pretty bad.
No. I mean, if you're going to go out on a high note, right? Now, once again, the fumble, let's clean that up a little bit, but besides that, yeah, I think we're all intrigued now for Carolina week 1. I think you feel good about it. If you don't see the Jaguars starters preseason game number 3 against the Dolphins, I think we'll all be okay with that.
The running backs, the offensive line, there was a lot of check boxes yesterday, I think, in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Dewey picks up a sack. That became a little bit of a talking point on our show here today. Austin thought the celebration on that that sack, was non-existent. And some theories on why that might have been the case. Is it a big deal or not? Definitely something to monitor. I think at the very least, you brought up the point that Anthony Campanile has these guys flying around and jumping around and high-five and everything else at practice. You noticed that. This
Correct.
is why this has hit Austin. I think this is fair because he brought it up a couple weeks ago when he went out to practice. One of the first things he noticed is kind of the energy out there, right? Mm-hmm. Again, the vibe out there, that juice out there, whatever it is. Well, Dewey makes a sack 3 plays into the game or 2 plays into the game, and he gets one guy high-fiving him.
Yeah.
And that really caught your attention.
It caught my attention big time. Simple. And I'm not sure. Can we go back to if people haven't seen it? Kim, can we play it? I don't want to put the station in jeopardy here or the network in jeopardy by playing it.
There was a debacle while you were gone.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, but I don't know if we want to do it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so check this out. I mean, this is the first defensive series. First play. Sudden turnover. Boom. Sacked him for what? -8 or whatever like that. Second down coming up. It's a statement. And there's not really a lot of anything. I feel like Wingard, too, was just kind of like, hey, where we all at? And then Stuart Weber actually posted a close-up of this whole play and the entirety of him going back in. He does one of these, Brent. He gives himself a high five. So he did. It's a little weird because I've seen so much at camp where guys are celebrating, flying around. I mean, this is, I get it. It's the preseason game in New Orleans. Okay, but
coming off the edge.
Yeah, you really like this from Dewey.
Dewey you broke this down at length earlier?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try not to then repeat everything that just happened.
I
mean, it just looks odd. Like, I'm a big, I'm big on the, like, preseason who cares type thing. But it is weird, like, to not see anybody really care. You know what I mean? Like, you get a tackle for a loss, and, like, there's dudes fired up. You bat down a pass, and you get DBs high-fiving. So
Dewey Wingard coming off the edge.
Does look kind of odd.
And then, like I said, Stewart.
Yeah, I don't know if Jim, we can go back whenever you get a chance to find out. I don't know if you can get Stewart on Twitter, Stewart AS Jax, but he tweeted out a video. He had his angle. And basically his angle shows kind of a lot of what you saw, but it shows the tail end of it too.
But it's a little more awkward because he's walking back.
He's still kind of got his hands out like, where are you guys? And then to Austin's point, he kind of hits his hands like this, like he's congratulating himself.
Yeah.
I guess you could interpret. I want to be careful here, and I think Austin does too.
Correct.
I think at the very ground floor of this, it's like, wait a minute, you're doing this in practice, getting all excited about a sack or a turnover or a big play. Why isn't the team doing that? That's at the very ground floor. I think Campanile can use that. At the top floor, like Dewey get pissed over something like this, I could see him. Like, where the hell are you guys?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the gimmick. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to say this correctly, so I'm just going to go for it. I think the Andrew Wingard experience is an interesting one, right? And it goes back to a couple weeks ago when you guys had an interview with him, obviously, if we played it.
Yeah, we had it. Yeah.
And he said some things, obviously, not in the light of, in the favor of Doug Peterson, the old regime, let's put it that way. And the first thing I thought about that day was the soundbite of him saying he would die for Doug Peterson. You remember that? Not too long ago.
He did.
I forgot about
that too.
Yeah, and then you go back to when. Oh, here we go.
So listen to the close-up. Yeah.
This is the Stewart angle. Yeah. Okay, so he gets a little love from Devin Lloyd.
It's just awkward. Like it just.
But dude, like you literally just got a quarterback sack to open up the defensive series after a Steelers game where you guys kind of got embarrassed.
Yeah.
And like, listen, I don't want to come in here and break this type of stuff down.
It does look odd.
But it just, it's a.
By the way, like I said, I don't think this. You can take this at all sorts of levels. I think you're exactly saying what probably Wingard's saying. Where the hell are you guys?
Yeah.
Let's go. Like, and he wants the juice. Where are you guys bringing the juice? Where is everybody?
Yeah.
So now I would say he was way down the field on this side too. But still,
Brent,
I get it. I'm just trying to come up with.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are these pro athletes? You can't jog 5 to 8 yards to go congratulate a teammate. Sorry, are we asking too much of you to open the series on defense?
Now that's my thing about it is less about whatever the Dewey thing. You could create a Dewey narrative here. Or, I think if you want, I don't think it's that. It's more like I said this earlier. We almost don't want this team being too professional. We learned that the last couple of years. They're like too professional. And so in my take on that is like already Foyer and everybody else is like back for the next play.
Yeah.
Like go enjoy this one for a moment and then get to the next play.
Yeah. It just I don't know, man. This is why, hey, Shad Khan, Tony Baselli, you guys got to bring me on as the, like the EOV, like the executive officer of vibes because something's not gelling there. I'm just saying, like, it's not a big deal till it is, but that looked a little peculiar to me.
Yeah, I think it's a fair point. It did look odd. I thought it was a pretty good observation. And quite frankly, in real time, I told you this, I was wondering what he was doing this about. Like, what broke down on that play crossed my mind.
Yeah.
I thought he was, like, confused about something. I said, well, nothing confused about it. He made a good play.
Yeah.
It worked. So why would he be doing this?
Yeah.
And then I kind of forgot about it and didn't even think about it again until you just brought it up. But anyway.
Does it become anything? Probably not. I mean, does this get talked about now in town for the next week and a half when other people listen to it and want to take the idea? Yeah, probably will. But it's all good. You heard it here first in the Brent and Austen show.
I think it's I do think it's interesting that of all people it's Wingard.
The guy who brings the energy, it seems like, right?
Well, yes, and again, back to what I was saying, like the guy that will get in front of a microphone and say I'm a dog, like I should be on the field when like you don't really have your best players doing that. You know what I mean? Now granted, they're always on the field. Yeah. But like when has Trayvon Walker been like, I'm the best edge in the league? Like I don't know if that rubs everybody the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if, and again, this is way
that's the penthouse version of this, right?
Yes.
Like, okay, is there something else?
Yeah, for sure. Like you
but-
got a sack in the preseason. We don't need you to come on the mic and say I'm the greatest safety that ever lived. Like I wonder if there's any of
he
that
didn't
truly.
do that,
No, I know. I'm just saying, like that's where I go.
Like, where was that soundbite?
I mean, that's where I go.
Yeah. It's just interesting. I think he was simply calling for juice from these guys. And looking for it. But
Jags like it's the Saints. Calm down. We'll get it figured out.
Well, and I said that too. I said it's been a very busy. Even on touchdowns, it's not like they're like like
Yeah.
But again, I think if you're preaching that and you want that and you want to see that and you see it on practice, then to translate it into a game, I think is a fair request.
Yeah.
I think it's a good observation from Austen to see that. Hey, vibe check on this fight.
Let me get ready. All right, go ahead.
You guys are good. You
Yeah,
situated?
I mean, I had to put my smoothie down.
By the way, it took you a little long to.
Well, hey, by the way, I thought we had the bathroom motor ourselves. No, we don't. Because we had 4 separate people, like, try to open it and knock on it. Like it was the damn Shining, and I'm just trying to, like, go in the cup, and I can't focus because, like, you know, if you open a door and it's locked.
You probably call it.
Just go your separate ways, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you didn't win this one, maybe next time. Don't just constantly try to, like, knock and then, like, open it up. It ain't going to happen, right?
Somebody had to go.
A few people, I guess, had to go.
Yeah.
Maybe same person. Let me throw this in real quick before we move on. So I pull into the parking lot, and there's a dude just, like, walking kind of in circles around the cars. And I was like, this is definitely a bolo. Like,
yeah.
This is
be on the lookout.
This is a be on the lookout for sure. But, like, I'm kind of looking around, and I don't see anybody else. And I'm like, all right. This is weird, but he was standing like right next to your vehicle. And I was like, is he looking in the window? Like it felt very odd. So I went in the other door because I was like, I'm not getting it.
You didn't want to help let him in. Or
No,
anything.
like
I get it.
The number one thing I don't want
to company move.
The number one thing I don't want to do is let the bolo in.
Company man Casey.
So then when you're like, oh, I take a drug test, I'm like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. No, I thought there was like a creepy dude in the parking lot, like waiting for one of the anchors to leave.
Well, he's probably holding the box too, right?
Yeah, like he had stuff in his hands, and I was like, I don't know what's in the box.
What's in the box? Yeah.
Well, thank goodness it wasn't that. It was just a guy waiting for Austin.
I saved the whole building.
Pee in a cup.
You're welcome.
Casey saved the whole building, and I saved my career by being able to produce a sample.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, now can we
Sorry, I just
boost this guy's fighting career?
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's get into this a little bit.
We got a Jags fan, the Saints fan at the Superdome.
Yep. Yeah, so, I mean, off the get-go, knocks a drink out of his hand, jabs. Nice head movement, goes for a single leg. Good head pressure. Stop that. I mean, it's the same size advantage of it. Okay, this is where it goes crazy.
Yep.
Could have got an Ashigarami right there. Goes to actually an X guard right here. Gets the reversal and the sweep. Gets back up to the ground. Uncle Willie's son. Your Uncle Willie's son. Your Uncle Willie's son. And then, yeah. And then
hold on.
And then the Stan Marsh. I'm sorry, the Randy Marsh from South Park, and just the pants fall down. And then the slip.
So here's my biggest thing with this.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter guy. On what planet did you think you're getting him up right here?
I know it.
That's
single leg?
That's a dangerous move.
I think he's trying to bring him up. He wasn't trying to like spin him down.
Kim, can we go ahead and rewind that one more time?
He's trying to take him up.
This guy's got wrestling experience. To shoot for that single, now he has to run the pipe here when he's wrestling, but
look.
So you thought he was trying to...
He's going up. He's like, I can pick him up. No, I can't.
Oh, yeah,
Never
okay.
mind.
Maybe you're right, Casey.
And then they go down. But And then, by the way, if you're gonna fight, don't fight on like the rugs.
This right here though is impressive. Like this is jiu-jitsu 101. Like he's going for the X guard, gets the reversal, comes back up. Your Uncle Willie's son, Uncle Willie's son, Uncle Willie's son, Uncle Willie's son.
UFC would have stopped it right there.
Next Friday. Yeah, absolutely. He wasn't defending himself anymore.
And then at this point,
it's
just a mess.
Randy Marsh.
I do respect the fact that pants go off and he's like, no, I'm not done.
I'm not
done. And then he goes down.
Oh, man.
Slips on like some ice.
By the way, could you I guess you can't sue because it's from the drink that went flying. That's why they slipped.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
or else,
point.
you could have sued somebody too.
Yeah.
Somebody lost their hat, too. Somebody had that little top hat there.
So, Casey, I mean, I'm going to be honest here. People want to call this a 10-8 round. I have it a 10-9 round because the X-guard reversal is something you don't see in street fights a lot.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great. Obviously here, Uncle Willie's son, Uncle Willie's son, Uncle Willie's son. Like, that's bad. But I have it a 10-8 round going in the second.
I thought the nimble nature to get up after he fell
the
Jags jersey guy was impressive because I thought he was about to get pummeled by the guy when he fell backwards.
Correct.
On the reversal, and then he actually recovered nicely. So,
do you think because the camera stopped, you think they just kind of felt silly then when they slipped and then both fell?
And then that was it?
I mean, it's kind of hard to be a badass.
One other question, where's security?
Bro, it's the preseason.
Well,
what are you talking about?
So I agree with that point. That's the preseason. But where is there a door in any arena or stadium that doesn't have security by the door?
I know it. This is 45-second fight right here that we have on video, and no security in the picture.
It didn't get stopped.
Was this like the first half though, or something? Maybe the game wasn't over.
If they don't fall here,
is that a security guy right there?
Who?
Right, that guy?
No.
What? Taking the video?
I guess
security guy.
Yeah.
Where? Hang on, let's see if again.
He was security. He should get fired.
Austin, Alvin Kamara's got to back his friend up too, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying jump people, that's not cool, but
this guy right here is security.
He's security.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
he must have just.
But here's the thing: he lets him just walk by him,
and you're fired.
Okay, he's like, all right, and we're still going. He wasn't even ready.
That's a cop, actually. He's got a he's got the patch.
The security guards have fake badges.
Oh, okay.
They give them to him.
Okay.
Security officer badges.
All right. So when this fight starts, when this first video, when you see it, you're like, the Travis Hunter jersey guy's in trouble, right?
Correct.
I thought we were going to see a death.
Yes.
Of the Travis Hunter.
And then he gets top position, show him for neon belly here, but gets caught in the X guard, and then the reversal once again is just chef's kiss. Beautiful. But he had to follow through with it, Brent. He didn't follow through with it. He gets caught in the turtle position, Uncle Willie's son, Uncle Willie's son. Yeah, man.
That was like a veteran move right there to pull the shirt.
Yeah.
Guy's been in a fight before.
Hockey fighting all day.
Yeah.
So here's
all right.
the other part about
I think
that
we've seen enough of those guys.
I would love to know what happened before they started throwing punches.
To get to that stage?
Because, I hate to say it, this is on Travis Hunter guy at this point. The way the video, he threw first.
Ooh. See, I didn't even see who threw first.
I think he threw first.
He squared up. The other
I
guy
didn't see if it pawn shot first.
See?
Yeah.
Travis Hunter goes first.
Well, hang on, though.
We can see.
We can't get it one more time. I think he slaps the drink, Casey. Unless he hit him in the face and the drink went flying, which is bonus.
That right got stymied.
Also, for the folks listening at home or watching at home, let's play out a little bit. Just a little word of advice, because I get we have Carolina coming to the bank and everything, so we don't know what's going to happen. Carolina can roll deep and everything, but I can't stress this enough. If you have somebody in the turtle position coming up right here, don't aim for the back of the head because you can break your hand that way. Right there, that can be a broken hand all day. I ended up doing it in my amateur fight.
Some shots.
I thought there was a scenario you're going to say, don't aim for the back of the head. You could paralyze somebody.
Well,
you said you might hurt your hand.
Well, I've broken my hand before hitting the side of someone's skull. Boom.
So the beginning.
Oh, it could have been.
Yeah, I think
hang on. This could have been too close to call, Casey, who threw the first punch.
It looks like Travis Hunter guy, though, in
Yeah,
my
I
opinion.
think he did too.
Okay.
Hey,
so that,
what are they saying today in these respective
By the way, if someone goes like this,
group chats?
it's on. What do you mean?
The respective group chats for both gentlemen.
Honestly, what I've seen,
Travis Hunter guy's getting love today.
he's getting some love, but also I feel like it's kind of embarrassing for both of them. I've seen people say that was bad. In terms of fight, yeah.
I thought the Hunter guy acquitted himself pretty well.
Yeah, but I just think if you have a guy in turtle position like that, Brent, you have to finish the fight. Don't let him back up again.
Yeah, well, yeah. But see, if that was the UFC, that thing's getting stopped when he's just
true.
And he tried
wailing
to. It's
on
like he tried to end it without doing any more damage by pulling the shirt over. It's like, all right,
Yeah,
dude, it's done,
exactly.
right? He's like,
but also like
that kind of respect rather than these guys like just keep going at it.
No, like he was over it. Now, like, would it have been more badass if he doesn't slip and fall when he's walking away? Absolutely.
Yeah, true.
Right? Because it's almost like, like those action movie scenes when, like, Arnold or Tom Cruise are walking away from, like, a fiery explosion. They don't slip. They don't go, oh, crap. And they don't fall down.
That's
like,
a good point.
It takes a little bit of the...
When Joker was walking away from the hospital.
I'm not confusing the guy in the Travis Hunter jersey as a superhero.
No, Brent, but he's rocking the Travis Hunter representing Jacksonville,
He did what he had to do, I think.
Yeah. But I want to know what the other guys' group chat's like, I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh, especially the pants falling
I'm going
down.
with wear a belt is probably.
Especially the pants falling
They
down.
probably changed the name to their group chat to like.
Thank God he didn't fall when the pants fell down too.
I know it.
Is there anything more embarrassing when your pants fall down? You fall over and you're trying to like scramble to get it back up.
We almost saw all of that, dude, because we saw belly.
Man.
Then we saw legs.
That was like the timing of it actually was unbelievable. Shirt over the head, shirt comes off.
It was.
Then the pants just drop. Like it was like.
I respect him though for trying to get back into the mix.
Yeah.
After he loses shirt and pants, he's like, I'm still ready to fight. Like he wasn't out.
Well, he's a little embarrassed, Casey, I'm sure.
No, I know, but he didn't get put out. Like,
True.
Don't get me wrong. Nothing in that video
he wasn't stopping.
really
Also,
going in his favor.
If I'm the guy the Saints fan, they got my pants, well, they didn't get pulled down, but they fell down. Hey, I'm looking at my friends like, what's up, dudes?
Yeah.
I need help.
Hey, we gonna, is how we're doing it this year? Okay, fine.
Yeah, like
good.
There's a part of it where it's like, all right, I can take it for us, like I got this type deal, and then when you're getting your ass beat, it's like help me.
Yeah, that's right.
Like come on,
reinforcements.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure
Like,
there's
what's
another
the cue?
there's another Jags fan somewhere that was ready
Of
if
course,
that was going
just
to
in
happen
case.
to Travis Hunter guy.
Got to travel in packs.
But
Question is, was that guy a Jags fan or just a Travis Hunter fan? That's what I wonder.
Ooh. Yeah. do you have audio? Did he say Duval or anything?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think there is audio, but I don't think we can play it
I believe it.
Probably
because I heard it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there's audio on the video.
Yeah, I didn't
hear it either.
I was cautious and did not.
I thought it was AI, honestly, when Hamby shared it with us. I thought it was AI. I'm like, they're getting really realistic with this. They all have they have 5 fingers now and everything.
Hey,
that looks real.
Since we're going with violence in this segment of the show, do you have the Victor Robles, the baseball tweet? Kim, did you see this one? Well, you've probably now seen it.
I actually didn't watch it. You guys sent it, but I didn't watch it. I haven't seen it yet.
This is, Victor Robles, right?
I do.
And
former top prospect.
Right fielder lined out to Halter at third back in inning number 1.
Minor league baseball.
First pitch from Estes. Swung on and fouled off on a pitch that hit him.
How did he swing at that?
He throws it at Estes. He's been tossed.
Hey, at least the ump knows you're out of here.
He is yelling
He
at
actually
Joey
tries to
Estes.
get in there, the
And
ump
now he
does.
runs towards the mound.
Wait,
Now
I
just
mean-
kind of watching him.
Yeah, you
And
kind of.
now he
Not the seeds.
continues to putting right fielder.
Nobody
lined
was
out to
holding him
Halter at
back.
third back
Nobody
in
thought he was
inning
going to throw
number
the bat.
Well, you're
Well,
kind
I
of
know, but-
getting crazy mode quick when you
Swung
throw
on and
back.
fouled
Okay,
off
well,
on a
okay,
pitch
crazy
that
mode
hit him.
here, whatever.
He's like, nah.
He picks
I've had
up the
it.
bat and
Throwing
throws
a
it at
fit.
Estes.
I
He's
mean,
been tossed.
You want to do something? Go do something then.
The umpire's like,
Right here,
He
look
is
at it.
yelling
The ump's going to hold you back?
Estes,
Oh, by the
and
way,
now
look
he
at
runs towards
Eddie's
the
free.
mound.
Right here,
Just kinda
free. Nope.
watching him.
Once you throw the bat,
And
you're already
now he
suspended for like 10 games probably.
baseball
You
player.
might as well just keep
Continues to
going.
put
That's what I'm
right
saying,
fielder
man.
lined out
I mean,
to
if you're
Halter
really
at
that
third
upset,
back
go
in
swing.
inning number
I'm
1.
glad somebody else threw the bat
And
because
the
for
first pitch
such
from
a long
Estes.
time, Delman Young got
Swung on
such a
and fouled
terrible
off
rep
on a
for
pitch that
throwing
hit
the
him.
bat.
He picks up the bat and
So now we
throws
got
it at
this guy.
Estes.
How much
He's been
do you-
tossed.
How much? By the way, he swung at that
He
pitch.
is
Like,
yelling at Joey Estes, and now he
Yeah.
runs
Also, do you
towards
guys remember
mound.
the
Now
World
just kinda
Baseball
watching
Classic
him.
Great Britain jerseys?
And now he
Gray,
Yeah.
just- These are very much.
Tacoma has a little bit of that.
Like they saw the Great Britain jerseys, they're like, "How can we make the worst visiting jersey of all time? We'll just put Tacoma on it." Like those are terrible jerseys.
When I see stuff like this, I always think back. I was when I was working in Rhode Island. Pawtucket Red Sox.
Look at that guy's
He's
face.
been tossed. I think I brought this up before. Is he Alcantara?
He is yelling at Joey Estes, and now he runs towards
Or
the mound.
Alcantara?
Now just
Was
kind
it
of
Alcantara?
watching him.
Watch the catcher.
Never
The catcher
And
does
now
something.
he
Pawtucket Red Sox. He got
continues to
hit.
putting right fielder
Look at
lined
the
out to
fans' faces
Halter
when
at
he throws
third
the
back.
Right-handed guy gets
catcher.
hit.
And the first pitch from Estes. Swung
catcher
on and
ducked.
fouled off.
No,
on a
but
pitch
no,
that
watch
hit
this.
him.
He's just like, dude, what are you doing?
He picks up the
Look at
bat
these
and
people. They're
throws
like,
it
"Whoa,
at
he threw the
Estes.
bat."
He's been
doing it.
tossed.
Come on, let's get out
He
of
is
here.
yelling at Joey Estes, and now he
yeah.
runs.
So Izzy got hit by a pitch in AAA and kicked the catcher. You ever see
Oh
that video?
yeah.
You see that video?
Yeah,
sure.
boom.
Yes.
Sidekick too,
That
right?
was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was great.
That's what you got to
It's
do.
one of the all-timers.
Took the wind out of him.
Here's the thing: if you're
By
really,
the way, you got cleats on. You have metal cleats, and you're kicking the catcher.
He's got his chest protector on. He's
yeah,
good.
that's exactly why they had the chest protector.
Exactly why.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why they.
That's exactly why they made chest protectors.
to protect the chest.
In
Yeah,
case you got kicked.
but if you're really trying to do damage, you have to kick the catcher. That's the only way, because then he's down.
That was a brilliant move in real time. I don't think anybody had seen anything like that. This was some
Or-
20 years ago now.
I never thought about it in the moment. No.
Or you have to do the Nigel Morgan, where you walk like halfway down the line and then just out of nowhere bolt at the
Just
pitcher.
go.
'Cause
Yeah,
then
that
you're
was
one-on-one, but you can't miss the shot. And then
By that time, the pitchers maybe even turned.
yeah,
You know, right?
And then Nigel ended up getting murdered by, not in real life, but then Gabby Sanchez comes in and just decks him. That's one of the greatest fight videos of the time.
How long suspension do you think? Does Major League Baseball give that suspension?
Yeah. What day are we? We're at August 18th.
Rest of the year?
Why not?
It's AAA. It goes like end of September. That's like a good month.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think we can be
can't throw the bat.
throwing bats.
No.
But there is a little bit of an argument, right? I mean, they get to throw the ball at me. This is all I got. Like, this is what I brought with me.
Well, then maybe a helmet then. We see helmets all the time.
Yeah, the helmet wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, helmet's a 3-gamer.
Yeah.
Just a bigger ball.
Yeah, it's
Just a bigger ball. Very good
just
description.
a bigger ball.
Didn't he get hit?
How is that the first thing that came to mind?
I don't know.
I mean, it is. Didn't he get hit like 5 times in the game or something?
Is that what it was?
I feel like I read that. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I
Well, then
made
maybe
that
that warrants the reaction then.
Yeah,
I'd be pretty pissed off too if I get hit 5 times in a game.
See, here's what
Especially
I
by
need.
98 or whatever it is.
What I need to know is how far did the bat go? Because like
Yeah,
we
they
don't
never show it,
we don't
yeah.
really have a
Yeah.
Yeah.
was it close?
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was because the catcher, I think, would have responded in a different way if it was close.
True.
He was just kind of like,
I don't.
that's what my thought was when I saw
Maybe.
the catcher was like, hey, it didn't come close to hitting him.
But if you're in a catcher situation, just like the friend that we saw at the Saints game, like maybe you're in such
Help me.
shock, but you're in such shock where it's just like,
Did
what
that
are you
just happen?
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm the catcher and someone's throwing a bat at my pitcher, I'm like, what?
I
Why?
think if they have another look on it though, and like he did throw it somewhere close to the pitcher, because it appeared after the pitcher threw the ball, he turned around and wasn't looking. If that bat was anywhere close to him and he wasn't looking, he's probably suspended the rest.
Oh, yeah.
If you,
Yes, it says here he had been hit by pitches 3 times in the 5 rehab games.
there you go.
Oh, in the
I mean,
handful
I'd
of
probably
rehab
feel a
games.
certain type of way as well.
It's a little bit of the danger zone of going down to the minors. In general, the control just isn't as good.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys have a lot of good stuff, but their control isn't good. That's why they're in the minors. And if you talk to major leaguers, they'll almost say it's easier to hit at the big league level because you're not afraid of that.
Right.
Right? The control,
Yeah.
the misses are just so much more narrow, so you know it's going to be near the zone. Now the stuff's usually better, obviously, too. But I've heard that before from several big leaguers. That it's like easier
No, that's
to
real.
hit at that level.
They used to hate doing rehab. We had so many players tell us that they used to hate doing rehab in FSL because it was low A.
Wow.
And for lack of a better term, it is legitimately dudes that just came to this country that throw like 100 and have no clue where it's going.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, dude, I would just get up there, swing, and get out.
Get out so you don't get hurt.
Like as quick as possible.
Yeah,
like
so
I didn't care if I got a hit or not. Just get me out of
That's
the
where
game.
that frustration level comes from. All right, let's head another break. We come back, trivia time here with Casey, Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Hey, it's lunchtime. You're looking for a place to go. Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls. 3 locations down in Durban, Town Center, and Fernandina Beach as well. MasonsLobster.com. Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax Pal. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax Pal.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponavé Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponavé Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
I told you. Not bad.
What in the world?
Do you know who the guy on the right? I mean, you know who the guy on the right is?
Bowers.
Brock Bowers, yeah. And then that's one Punch Man.
Is this the guy that the voice is Max Middleton or whatever?
Casey, you're asking the wrong person there. I'm into anime. I don't know the voice actor. I couldn't name one voice actor in anime, honestly. For as much of a fan I am, can't do it.
I'll find
Kim, nice work. Thank you very much.
It does look just like him.
Yeah. One Punch Man.
There you go.
Good anime. Brett, you know the whole premise of the show?
No.
Literally, he's
One punch. Everybody knows the rules.
Yeah, he literally just punches, like, they set up these giant, like, oh, he's fighting this bad guy. It's one punch and they're dead. That's it. Like, that's the whole gimmick. And, like, he doesn't care. He's, like, so nonchalant about it. He just shows up, one punch, and then boom, you're good to go.
You're out.
Yep. called One Punch Man.
Is that a popular one?
Yeah,
or is that a deep dive on the
No,
anime?
no, it's
because
popular.
he didn't know about it, but you're not an anime guy.
No.
Well, he's an anime guy for business purposes.
Oh, okay.
I just want to confirm it is Max Middleton that
Good
does
call,
the voice
man.
of that guy because I've had that Funko in my possession.
Okay. Not what? Not selling?
No. I'm trying to not curse a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy
Not a great experience is what I'm getting.
Well,
at
no,
here.
Casey's
World-class
told me-
scumbag.
Casey's told me this. I guess voice actors, some of them are
tough.
Yeah,
World-class scumbag.
which is kind of wild because, I mean, I get it's work and it's definitely like mastering your craft, but like I could see Tom Cruise being, an a-hole. I can see. I almost swore,
The way you
but-
said it was funny, like,
I know. I'm like, can I say this a-hole? I can see like actors being like that,
Sure.
or actresses.
Yeah.
But like voice actors?
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of
You're
like
you're
Really, dude?
living the dream.
Yeah.
Scum of the earth more times than not.
Sitting in Wyoming on
Yeah.
the front porch.
Just in a studio.
It's actually Dallas and Houston more times than
Is
not.
that what it is? Yeah. My dream is Wyoming doing that.
A lot of them film that's a lot of the voice stuff is in Texas for some reason.
Is that
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's weird, but sure.
What a gig. That'd be fun to follow that
Voice
person
acting?
around.
I know.
No, it wouldn't. They're scum.
Casey's had bad experiences. Like he's never had a positive one. I feel like with voice
So
acting.
I guess what's interesting to me is why, like that guy. I've never heard of him. Have you heard of him?
No, I haven't heard of any.
Exactly.
Voice actor. I couldn't name one voice actor. Honestly, I couldn't.
Well, someone that's just a voice actor. You can name famous people that have
Oh
done
yeah,
voice.
I mean, of course.
So
You
like,
don't know,
I don't know one voice actor. Honestly.
okay.
like so I wouldn't. That's my point. Is like they have value. Like who's buying that stuff?
A lot of people watch anime.
But would buy the voice actor.
Oh, because like
Oh, yeah.
that's yeah.
Like those right there.
Yeah.
Those are all like in theory somebody does the voice of all of those characters.
Yeah.
Besides Trevor Lawrence, he's actually the character. And like yeah, like
Yeah, because for instance, Brent, so the guy on top from Spike Spiegel, he's from Cowboy Bebop. Like that voice actor's done a bunch of things that
They all
people
do a
know
ton
him
of
for.
them, yeah.
Okay.
So he's like, in terms of once again, don't know his name, but
Yeah.
in terms of like voice actors, he's very famous.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like, you do have the famous people doing like the whatever Disney movies and stuff like that, right?
oh, that's Bloom. Steve Bloom.
Is he's popular? I assume, right?
Very, yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Like would you know his name?
Nope,
Yeah.
nope, no, but
Yeah, he's popular.
That's
It's
wild.
weird. There's only like, to be honest, not only, that's not the right way to say it, but what you find with the voice actors is like there's like 20 mainstream ones that do like everybody's in every show,
I got you.
basically.
yep.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
it's just like which one are you big in?
And they are like celebrities. Like people go to Comic Cons and everything, and like
They have longer lines than the real
they'll-
people.
Yeah, they'll pay
Really?
a bunch of money to get to
Wow,
meet
that's
the voice
really wild.
actors.
Scum.
I've never got into.
We call them in the business. We call them voice actor scum. I'm dead serious because they more times than not are scum.
That is just that's wild.
Yeah, because I feel like you have the golden ticket.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like, just
It
be
doesn't-
thankful.
You'd be almost
Be humble?
grateful, right? That people know
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah,
No.
be humble.
Nah, it's a real big scum activity.
But here's the thing, though, and this I guess, kind of think about the other side of things.
Nobody throws the word scum around.
Do you think I know, right?
I call it as I see
like
it.
nobody says that word.
Yeah, I mean, my mom used to say like about my teeth, like, "Oh, those teeth are scummy. Let's brush them." But
Nobody
like,
says
Exactly.
that word, but Casey. I don't know any other person. Other than Casey that
But
uses
how
that
about
word.
this though? Do you think they get tired of people wanting to do the voice, and maybe that's why they're so standoffish?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Like, hey, you're so and so.
Yeah.
do the voice.
Like Frank Caliendo or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Can you give me a like?
Yeah,
'cause I
do
know-
the voice.
Like you don't want to talk to Frank Caliendo unless he's about to impersonate
Casey,
somebody.
that'd be annoying.
I'm
'Cause, like-
sure, but also like I would assume in my gimmick they're not expecting like he's gonna want me to do the voice. I'm like, no, I'm just trying to make some cash.
Nah, see, I bet that's what it is. Because like, if you see Brad Pitt, you're not gonna be like, "Hey, Brad, what's in the box? Say it." Like, you know, it's in the, you're not gonna do that. It's like, "Hey, Brad, real fan." But if you see a voice actor, it's like, "Oh, do SpongeBob," whoever the,
Tom Kenny.
There you go. Yeah,
like-
Casey knows his stuff, man.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's like McConaughey though, like always has to do all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he
That's
probably,
true.
but few people have to do that.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
those
yeah.
roles.
Yeah.
Well, because that he says that in real life too. Like that's part of the gimmick.
Yeah, hey,
like it's not like like it's he says it.
hey,
Like, it's
Matthew,
just-
just be yourself. All right. Yeah.
It's that's a wild thing. Voice actor gets paid pretty well, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot. More than the guy that's taking the P test.
Who do you think gets paid more, the animators or the voice actors?
The voice actors.
Okay.
If you add everything in,
Okay.
Like to actually do the like production, I don't know.
Sure.
But if you add in like the cons and the merch and crap like that.
Yeah, we spent the entire commercial break wondering how much a guy that goes around collecting
it's worth
pee
a Google.
tests
And I think
makes.
It's a good business.
Yeah.
It feels.
How much would you do that job for was really the
$40,000
question.
It's easy. Like, it's got to be so easy.
About to get a call from
Austin's
HR
like,
with my search history.
Austin's
here,
like,
but
I
it's
need
all
way
right.
more than that.
Yeah, man, come on.
How? Like,
because you got to tell people what you do too. Like, there's a cost for that.
That's I'm making business cards.
Well, there's a cost for that.
Pee tester. Kurt. Here's my card.
If we're going,
You need
off
your
of-
pee tested?
If we're going off a ZipRecruiter, on average, now this isn't like because this guy's obviously, I'm sure like the higher ups, right?
Sure.
But if we're going off average, urine collectors can make $17 an hour.
All right, let me do some.
Specimen collector typically earns $30,000 to $50,000 annually.
So I'm almost there.
You're in there.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
$50,000 to do nothing but collect pee, dude. That's an easy gimmick.
Well, I feel like you can't mess it up though. You can't like get boxes can mix up because you know it's like,
I know, but you'd have to be a super moron.
Yeah, true.
I mean, put Austen Lane pee in Austen Lane box.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
I mean, no, Casey, because you're the most social person that I know. So you're gonna do fantastic at these strangers' homes while you're sitting in their kitchens waiting for them to urinate. You're gonna kill it, dude.
You're gonna kill.
You're gonna crush this. It's gonna be the Barry Bonds of urine collectors, man. You and your social personality is just gonna crush this.
You're damn right.
They're gonna be so uncomfortable. They're not gonna be able to go, and then you're gonna be upset, and then you're gonna be like, "Hey, man, we gonna go?" Or
How
not?
long? Hey, but that's actually
Casey,
how long does Casey last on the
Here's the real
pee
question:
collector
how
job?
long do you last as a urine collector?
The rest of my life.
Because I guarantee the third or fourth day, when the guy's taking forever, you're gonna be annoyed and standoffish, and then he's gonna feel awkward about it. Yep.
Get on with it. Okay, whose problem is that?
Casey's just gonna go. Like,
You
"Fine,
walk out the
I'll do it
house
for
and you
Here,
dump the pee.
Just use mine.
Go do it again.
Whose problem is it if you can't pee in the cup? Mine or yours? Yours.
That's
It's your
not the
test.
attitude you want to bring to the. Okay.
I don't give a damn about you. Just pee in the cup. That's the gimmick. I need to pee in the cup.
And it's that kind of bedside manner that the higher up's looking for in terms of urine collection. I don't give a damn. Pee in the cup.
I'll get the samples.
You've had to do this a lot. Is the guy usually nice?
Very nice. showed me pictures of his cruise that he took with his wife. Yeah, I saw cruise pictures.
And that made you had to pee?
Well, it put me at ease. It put me at ease when people are trying to open the door and I'm trying to focus. It put me at ease, Casey. Bedside manner, son.
All right, so I guess I'll get some vacation pictures and get people ready to pee.
Oh, man.
What the hell?
He's going to last 3 days. I can already see it.
Yeah. All right, give us some trivia. If you can. Collect yourself.
I'm fine. I can't believe you guys don't think I'm cut out for that. Biggest margin of victory in the NFL this weekend.
Ooh. Seahawks.
I didn't look at one other
I mean, they were my
I'm going to
bets
say the
that I had.
Chicago Bears.
Oh, good call, Brent.
Bears. 38-0.
That's the
Luther
only
Burton,
game I
by the
saw.
way.
38-0.
Can't wait to watch Hard Knocks in that episode.
I know.
Oof.
Bills, maybe show up one time. Which two divisions are tied with the worst record of the preseason? There are two divisions that are, I think it's there's two bad divisions.
AFC East and South.
AFC East and AFC South. One of those is correct.
Okay. Let's go AFC South. And let's go with NFC East.
NFC South.
NFC South.
AFC South, NFC South. The tie, obviously, plays in there. Who was your passing leader this week in the preseason? This is a Hamby question. Hamby's not here.
Spencer Rattler.
He was
No, it's the dude.
He was second.
The dude
Actually,
from
third. I lied. He was
Guy
second.
from Georgia, right? Desmond Bennett? Yeah.
He gave us a
324.
hint. Good job.
3 teams this weekend in Major League Baseball scored 5 runs only, and that was the lowest. They are all American League teams. Who are they?
You're talking about 5 runs for the series?
Yes.
Okay.
All American League teams.
That's correct. They play in the American.
I think I saw them have more than that.
The Mariners?
Dang. The Rangers. Thanks in the American League again. White Sox.
White Sox are one of them.
Okay. Low-hanging fruit.
Houston.
I like it.
Houston is one of them.
Brent! Run the table. What
Run
do you
the
got?
table.
One more. Bring it home.
Nope, they lost. I'm going to go with the Twins.
So close. Guardians.
Oh, yeah, they did get curb stomped.
They scored 4 yesterday
They got
alone.
curb stomped.
They must have got shut out or something.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
did.
They scored 4 yesterday.
Yeah, there was
I
a
had
4,
them on
a
my
1,
list.
and a 0. I believe.
Yeah.
Dang it, I should have went
So
with them. That was my first thought.
Oh, they're sliding a little bit now.
This may be an Austin question, but Brennan shocked us before. The VMAs announced their first round of performers. Name one of them. Video Music Awards.
You're giving me too much.
Chance the Rapper.
You're too.
What? No, but that would have been awesome.
That's funny for so many reasons, though, because the guy fell off a lot, and
He's
the
back.
fact that that's a great. I mean,
Just came out with a new album.
That's a crazy poll, man. I'm impressed. I have no idea. I mean,
swear,
Charlie
in my-
XCX.
I swear in my hotel room,
I don't know.
I was flipping through the channels and I saw Chance the Rapper doing an interview with somebody like on CNN or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is this guy doing on a news program? And so that's really
Fighting for
I was
Chicago,
like,
probably.
This must be.
In case I have no idea. Tate McRae.
No.
Oh.
Alex Warren, DJ Snake, Sabrina Carpenter, Somber.
I've heard of one of them.
Did you guys hear the rumor about Taylor Swift?
Yes.
She's going to play the Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
We don't even have time to go into that.
Yeah.
Because I think we have a minute.
Kept
in the show.
dropping sourdough Sam, San Francisco. Yeah.
Who led the Jags in receiving?
Parker?
No.
Yeah. Hunter Long.
Hunter Long is correct.
I'm thinking wide receiver. Okay.
Which human being on earth was on a stream with this guy Neon giving life advice? And when he asked the question, this was the advice given: just don't be like Travis Hunter. Who said that?
Dang.
Just don't be like Travis Hunter.
Gotta be an athlete.
Who's hating on Travis Hunter right now?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't even know who's up with Neon. DJ
Ryan
Stroud,
Clark.
is he talking smack? Stroud?
No. Basketball player, retired.
Patrick Beverly? No, he's not retired.
Good guess, but no.
Yeah. I guess he's retired.
Who's the number one retired basketball player you would not ask for advice?
I mean, there's a couple of them. Gilbert Arenas?
No.
Like way back or recent?
Relatively recent. Probably wouldn't give you advice on how to live your life on the straight and narrow.
Sure. A couple of them, I feel like. I'm
not going to get this.
I got it.
Dennis Rodman.
Oh, gosh.
That
was recent. I was going to go way
That's
back.
so outlandish. I didn't know Dennis Rodman's still even like.
Yeah.
Is that Neon? Dang.
He's a person.
No, but I feel like
He's
so
a human on
low-key.
earth. That's what I said.
No, but I
Don't
feel like
be,
Dennis
what's the context
Rodman's.
of that? Don't be like Travis Hunter.
No, I feel like Dennis Rodman's so low key.
It has to do with the wife
Here we
situation.
go. I can't believe he's with Neon.
Yeah.
Because like
you know who Neon is?
Well, I mean, I know him. Yeah. Because like, dude, he's everywhere.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
we're
learning.
out of here.
I had a bunch more questions too.
Well, let's do more tomorrow. And a little autograph game you got too.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
All right, we got thrown off by P testing today.
I can't believe you guys don't think I can do it.
It's
kind of hurtful.
Have a great Monday, everyone. At 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. We'll back at it tomorrow. Brent and Austin Show on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. Jags, get a tie in.